Welcome to Meritaladon, a land where anything is possible. A very large world with an asteroid belt are always visible in the sky of this world, while at night 2 moons dot the night sky, with a third making its presence known on special occasions. Nearly a millennia ago, the world was torn asunder by 2 great wars. From the north, the Demon War, the fiendish war known to demonologists as the Blood War. This had demons and devils spilling over and fighting each other along with trying to destroy the mortal population. In the south was the Scourge Horde War, a combination of a powerful cloud giant empress that had formed the scattered tribes of orcs, goblins, hobgoblins, giants, and bugbears into a massive force. Only by the combined forces of the different kingdoms and a few key adventuring groups from the Adventurers Guild were the armies stopped. Now, centuries later, there's rumblings of a new Scourge Horde. The old castle the cloud giant used that was thought to be destroyed has rumored to be sighted. Alright, so last week, you guys helped your new compatriot, Thobble, find his axe and his armor and his little crate, which you guys still don't know what's in that crate. Brought it back, rehooked up with the caravan after committing another war crime in the hobgoblin orc encampment.
No. Say who committed the war crime, because it was not sus.
It was, well, yeah, it was D'Artagnan. He technically committed a war crime. That's only you guys' 3rd war crime in as many hours. It's fine. And not even days, hours.
I had no part in that.
What was the second one?
I thought that was the second one.
So there was the goblins. There was
the fires.
The fires.
Well, okay.
Oh,
so
and then
the hobgoblins.
Thobble decided he wanted the guys who robbed him killed.
He said he didn't flying fuck about that. Not necessarily. It's just because he's like, I don't care, doesn't mean that you guys actually listen to the anger.
I did not see that. I was not there for that.
So, Amaya, why should you keep the cleric powers? You've been committing war crimes. I wasn't there for it. I'm innocent. I wasn't there. You can't blame me. Technically, she's correct. She's innocent. God damn. So you guys reach. Yeah, it's a plausible deniability.
100%. I will use it to my advantage any chance I get.
So you guys make it back to the caravan. And as you guys get to sit down, you guys took a beating, a pretty good beating. Used up a lot of your mental energy, also known as spell slots. So now you guys are sitting with the caravan. The caravan doesn't make one giant circle; it makes a couple smaller circles of the wagons. Generally, it's like the merchants are all together, so their forces are better, so they can protect and stuff like that, and then all that stuff. One of your other adventuring groups is on watch. The other one that is of similar skill level to you guys is kind of like, oh, that was an interesting day, and they like sprawled out talking and everything like that. As you guys are sitting around,
their day was interesting.
As you guys are sitting around the campfire, now resting. So, what would you guys like to do?
2 things.
Cleaning his ass.
I need to clean off the gallon of blood that is on me. That is mine. So she's gonna. She's gonna go clean up because I was down to 1.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I'm trying to remember because at the end of the last session, I was gonna have a conversation with Thobble about something, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what it was. But I know it was important.
Does any of you guys remember what it was?
I feel like I need to watch the end of our stream. I just know it was something important.
Ripley, do you remember?
Oh, damn it.
No, I don't.
Hold on.
Deus, do you remember?
No, I do not.
It had something to
I
do with
remember her
the
mentioning
gods,
to talk, but I don't remember specifically.
right? Like I knew
You.
we needed to talk, but it was literally like 10:10.
Yeah.
And I was
That's.
like, it's gonna be a longer conversation.
You're packing up your stuff. He's like, yeah, yeah, cool. Can we end this, please? Just end it
And
right.
I was losing it last time,
Mhm.
but I remember it had
From
something to do with gods.
yes, you were asking about. I think you were going to ask him about like the gods and if he's pretty much back in the favor with getting back the weapon. And I'm assuming you're going to
But there
want to
was a
know
symbol
what.
also.
Oh, on
Wasn't
his
there?
axe. Is that what you were going to
Yeah.
ask? You were going to ask
I
what symbols were on his axe? Do you?
I'm trying to I really should just like pull up last week's video.
Do you remember what his axe looks like?
I have a picture of it.
Yeah,
I have a picture of it. Yes. And I
kidding.
also thought that there was something else to do with the it was so hard for me to keep track because all the gods fucking sound the same to me. I'm going to last week's. I'm fast forwarding to the last minute of the stream.
Okay, so
because
that's that's what his axe looks like.
Yes, I
Just
just remember it was
destroyed the
something
entire
important.
continent.
Hey, you could have
Part
waited
of
for me
the
to leave first.
Don't worry, you're out of the range. You're over in Sapphirium, apparently. So what you're probably looking at is these three symbols here. All right, Robin.
I didn't
You're
mean to
just
do that. I
jealous of
want
the
to move
axe,
the
aren't
map.
you? All right, so while Amaya's going
Yeah, I'm
through
gonna
her
mute real quick.
as Amaya's going through her mental memory, also known as going back and looking at the last few minutes of the stream from last session. What about you guys? Is there anything you guys want to do? You guys are pretty much around a fire, kind of like cleaning yourselves off, checking your weapons to make sure they're okay. Rowan, you'd be looking at your hand axes that you threw to make sure that like the handles didn't splinter or anything like that, because they are designed for multiple hits, but also not necessarily designed to impact into ogres and then get the entire weight of the ogres on them. Thobble is there. He has his axe out. He's kind of like looking over, making sure and stuff like that. It is like a pristine weapon with, it looks like some marks in the handle. For you two, you would know that it's there to make like a better grip on the handle. But you guys can also see, as he's looking around, you can see faint, it looks almost like wear marks at the base of the handle, but you guys notice that they're grouped up.
Was that a
Tally
kill count?
marks?
What's that, sorry?
We might recognize those as a kill count.
I probably would.
Yeah, very good chance that yes, it is a kill count. And it is a
Even if I
decent
haven't
amount.
kept one, I'm pretty sure I know many that have.
Yeah. It's a decent, but he seems to kind of be like a little bit like happier and everything like that now that he has it back and everything, making sure the bad hobgoblins didn't do anything to it as he's doing it. But
Now, is he a merchant or blacksmith?
he is a potions master in the Merchants Guild.
Ah, okay.
He's an alchemist.
Mhm. Yeah, you guys know that his wagon that was destroyed and everything like that, he was very upset, and that's apparently in the wagon he brewed his potions. And from the other merchants that were around, they recognized his name as to be a master potion maker.
Thank you, videos on demand.
But
It
yeah,
had
you
to
guys.
do with sweet roll.
What?
It
What?
had to do with sweet roll. Thobble's
Oh.
quiver
Yeah.
matches goddamn sweet roll's cursed crossbow.
No.
one of the quarrels that he has, one of the bolts that you guys kept, that Sweet Roll kept, and that you guys have, matches the crossbow bolts that are in Thobble's quiver. And so you guys were thinking of asking him about that. Well, you said it was 10-10.
Yeah, and trust me, I was out of it too. So.
But yeah, so it's up to you guys what you guys want to do. He's just chilling there. The rest of your compatriots are there, kind of like cleaning up, repairing what they can, and everything like that.
Well,
Yeah, I'm not
while
really
I'm cleaning
doing
my
anything.
weapons, I'd probably look over and comment on Thobble. That is a fine axe you have there.
Oh, hey. Served me and served a lot before me very well.
Sign of a good blade to have served many masters.
Of course, it's dwarven. We only make the best. Of course, we're going to be selling it to some people that we might go to war with, in which case, we might, he kind of like winks at you.
Kind of hold up the axe that I recently got. Am I aware it's dwarven made at this point?
Yeah, it has
Double checking?
the
I should be
axe.
aware, right?
Yeah, I think
It's obvious that it's dwarven.
I think yours was the ornate one.
Yeah, I have the ornate dwarven great axe.
Yeah, I identified everything.
Yeah, it has chased
Okay.
dwarf motifs in it.
Mm.
Hold on. So this is funny.
Well,
I just want to point this out. So +1 weapons or like plus whatever weapons, generally they don't require attunement unless of course they have other abilities to them. Yet this one, when I rolled for it, was this +1 this magic +1 great axe has decorations of black iron and chased dwarf motifs, and it can attune to you in only a minute.
Oh,
It
wow.
doesn't require attunement, so what the shit?
Does it have like a special
readjusting
key
size?
thing?
No, it's literally just
Did
a
it mean
+1.
that it can work for small creatures?
I don't know. I just thought it was hilarious.
If it attunes, it could shrink for a small creature to use it right.
Maybe.
No,
Or it can grow for a larger.
no, all magic can do that. It can adjust one size.
Well, yeah, but that would be what attuning would be in that case, in
True,
my opinion.
I guess technically.
Would be
But
the
yeah,
time
I
it takes to adjust to your size.
True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tuning's normally an hour, so.
Yeah. But yeah, yes, it is excessively decorated. It is a very ornate one. He kind of like raises his eyebrow as you hold it up with the whole ornate thing. That is supposed to be, I'm pretty sure, some kind of ceremonial axe you got there.
Well, it was used against me by an ogre with some hill giants. So, and it's done pretty good for me since I got it then.
Well, that's dwarven made for you.
Yeah. No complaints about this weapon whatsoever. Back
Next
cleaning.
battle breaks. Fuck.
All the gems fall
Rip.
out.
Hey, free gems, right? Sell the gems off.
Yeah. All right.
What else
My
would
small
you-
talk as I was cleaning.
All right. What else would
I'm
you guys like to do?
I'm gonna go through the bag of holding and rifle through and try to find sweet rolls. Well, you said it was his cursed crossbow. Is it not? Is it a arrow?
Mm-mm.
Was that a mistake?
There's crossbow quarrel.
What the hell is a crossbow quarrel?
The bolt, the arrow for the crossbow.
Okay, so the cursed crossbow is not the same as the thing that matches.
No. What you guys recognize is because he has it down there because he's making sure that he's getting all his equipment ready, making sure the hobgoblins didn't fuck with his shit too much, or anything like that.
Right.
And as he's checking like everything, you notice that his crossbow bolts look very similar to the one that Sweet Roll kept and is like, I want to investigate this.
Okay,
From
so
the giant.
that's from a different, because he also had gotten a crossbow.
Crossbow,
there's
which Mithria is currently wielding. Yeah.
right. Okay, so I'm gonna get the bolt
All right.
and go over to Thobble. Sorry, I just want to make sure I write it down right. And ask, hey, Thobble,
Hey.
can you tell me anything about this? And I'll show him the bolt.
Oh, that was like one I mean. He like looks over. He's like, that is one of mine. Thanks for retrieving. I appreciate that. Those damn hobgoblins spreading shit all across.
We found it on a farm. Right? Was it the farm?
Wasn't that in the cave with the hill giant?
Yes, it was in the cave with the hill giants.
That was
Okay.
Fenrir. Thought I'm saying, like, wasn't that in the cave by that throne thing? The fat ass had.
Is that the one? Well, this was obviously before Sweet Roll was taken.
Sweet Roll found in
Yeah.
the okay. So for
So
as you
it was-
players
Right,
in
but it was
the hill giants throne room as part of the loot, you
Gotcha.
well quote unquote loot of the room.
okay.
Sweet Roll had seen this that was near the hill giant chieftain's throne, and it was there discarded kind of like in a tantrum, like when someone throws something. And so Sweet Roll's like, oh cool, I'm going to investigate this when I get back to the Adventurers Guild, not knowing you'd be taken.
Gotcha. That I was just trying to remember which fight it was that he found it at.
Mm-hmm.
We found it in a hill giant's cave near what I would only assume would be that hill giant's, like, the throne, their king.
Well, that's weird because I haven't gone into any throne room recently. Well, except in Esctor, but that is an entirely different conversation. Kind of weird that one of my bolts would get there. Don't know why it'd be there.
Has anything else been stolen from you?
Nah. Generally speaking, thieves don't really last too long, especially if they try to take some dwarves' items.
So you can't think of any reason why we would find this with hill giants?
Well, had you been in the hills southeast of Voltour?
Aye, of course, yeah. Those hills, they had some rare herbs and stuff like that I needed. A couple of flowers make really good potions if you brew them correctly, so I went there. That's about it, really.
That's where we ran into the hill giants. Was in those hills there.
Did you fight anything in those hills?
Well, kind of. I did track down some hill giants, but unfortunately they were pretty far away. So I just kind of took a couple of pot shots at them. Don't know if they died or not, but then I'm like, well, they're too far away, whatever. And I kind of just got the stuff I was after and I continued on my way.
So that's why we found your crossbow bolts in the hill giant's cave. Okay. All right, well, you can have it back.
Thanks, appreciate that. And he kind of like sticks it into his quiver.
Yeah, I don't know if this is an appropriate question. May I ask you how old you are?
Well, I'm pretty old, and he kind of like motions to his streaks of grey hair. You're looking at approximately, don't have a direct answer, but roughly 200 winters, maybe a little bit more.
Okay. So we lost a friend of ours. Actually, we did not lose him. He was taken from us. And the reason we're with this caravan is because the Wizards Guild that we showed a symbol to decided to kick our asses out for showing them the symbol and trying to do research. And I can tell you're a paladin, and I don't know if you've ever seen the symbol. Just don't hate me for showing it. Cleric, sorry. Just don't hate me for showing you the symbol. And I'm going to show him the symbol. Have you ever seen anything like this? You're well-traveled.
Let's see. Let's pull up his stats and see if he
I figured he's well traveled as a merchant, maybe? I don't
Uh,
know.
Let's see.
Why do we have a giant axe on the map?
To remind you guys what it looked like, and then Rowan's
Oh.
been axe envy and playing with it.
Okay.
That exact symbol, I don't recognize, but I'm also not really trained in heraldry. But your entire situation with the Wizards Guild, I have heard rumblings that there are certain sects of the different guilds. It's very hard to say sex in a fucking Scottish accent. Sects of different guilds that are very secretive. That might have been one such sect, and the wizards, depending on which one you talk to, might have recognized that, and
It
might have
was a
been
really
either.
old guy. Really old.
That doesn't not necessarily mean anything. People think that wisdom comes with age. Not necessarily true. Wisdom comes with experience.
Well, that was the thing. We were paying for, like, I hate to say it, we were paying for the highest level of research that we could get in that library.
So
And
it might have been he recognized the symbol and did not want anything to do with it, or
Yeah,
knows from on high that he has orders, if he ever sees a symbol like that, to immediately get rid of the people that have that. There are a few symbols that if you take it into a temple, that you'll be kicked out at best, sometimes maybe even just outright killed. You know, if you go into shit, what's the doctor's name? So, nope, that's wrong sheet.
Go to a temple of Kelmvor with a pendant of a lich.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I understand that. I just
Yeah, so like if you go into a temple of Soon and have a symbol of Sirik on you and goes, haha, Sirik's the best, well, even her followers that are all lovey-dovey and shite like that, they're still probably going to get after you.
Gotcha. So trying to do research on this and finding our friend is damn near impossible.
Oh, no, not at all. You could go to other cities, which from what you guys have told me, this seems to be what you're doing. You're going to Sapphirium there. That's a good thing, because that sect might be only in that area. You're saying that it's in Voltura, so it might only be in that Volturian area. So Sapphirium might know of it and doesn't really care if people know about it or not. Could also try to find an independent researcher that has no affiliation with that. But that will be a little bit harder to do.
Yeah, all I know is that these guys were bad news. Very, very
Real
bad
bad.
news. And took our friend. And I would like him back.
What was the rank of the other party that they took out again?
They were they had black
Obsidian?
stones.
They were starting to get obsidian into theirs, I believe, but they
Yeah,
weren't fully
they had
obsidian.
obsidian stones.
So was it pearl? Was that level?
That
No, we're pearl.
doesn't really mean
We're
much to me. I'm not part of the Adventurers Guild.
No,
I do know they
basically
have rankings, but
they were a pretty high ranked group that we were with, and these guys came in the middle of nowhere, zapped in, grabbed sweet roll, killed two or three.
Two of them.
At least two of them, almost killed all of us, and then just zap and they were gone. Like
zap like
there-
what? Like there's blinding flashlights or what?
how would you guys describe it? Because I wasn't there for that game, so I don't know how
it
to
was-
describe it.
So what happens was they opened the portal, walked in, pretty much killed everybody they saw within one or two actions, and then walked back through the portal with our friend.
Was it like a bright portal, or was it just like they just appeared?
No, there was an actual.
Oh, it was
Portal.
like an actual
Like a
portal.
crack in the air, opening in the air. Ugh. Rubbing my
Was-
chest. I'm assuming I still have the scar there.
Yeah, your scales are still.
I'm pretty sure most of us are still scarred from that one.
Yeah.
Was there color to it, or was it just like it split and they came through?
God, what did I explain it as? It was essentially like there's slightly color to it. Thobble pipes up as you guys reminisce. He's like, all right, well, that does sound like a gate, which, generally speaking, those of us that worship gods don't use. That's more of those book-inclined folks of the Wizards Guild. So it seems like you encountered some kind of wizards.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, they employed a wizard to gate them there.
Yeah, whoever they were real fucking strong. So.
My Slurpee is not melting correctly.
Not letting you slurp it?
No.
That is an interesting
have that issue
sentence.
Well, as you're talking, I'm gonna take a drink.
Right,
I'm
going
go
to thank Thobble for the information and go find water to clean up in.
All right. What was that, Rowan?
I was gonna ask him. He was tracking those hill giants. Do you normally track giants like as a side project, or?
They're kind of pretty rare on the main continent. Of course, I wouldn't be a good dwarf if I didn't go after them when I found them, right? I do know that they're very... If they're around, there's an issue, especially if they're allowed to procreate. So I decided, okay, well, I'm here, right? Might as well do it. Tried to track them down, seen a couple. They were chasing something, I don't know. Some kind of, I guess, animal might have got loose or something like that. Put a couple shots into them, they fell over. I'm like, alright, well, that's good for now. They'll at least take some time to recover. And then I continued on.
Do you know who would be powerful enough to, let's say, assemble an army of giants?
That depends on what kind of giants they are. The giants adhere to something called the ordering. It's kind of like a hierarchy. It has I don't know if they're true or not, or if it's kind of like a boogeyman story, but apparently there's something called a storm giant. That class of giants are apparently very powerful. But even the weakest one of that will be in charge of any cloud giants, ones that are said to be able to summon the clouds themselves and ride on them, which I find absolute bullshit, but you know. There's the frost giants below them, which those buggers are, they're fun. Their pets, not so much, especially if they have dire polar bears. Those are fun. Below them are fire giants. Kind of even with the frost giants are stone giants, which we've encountered a decent amount of time because they like to live underground. Take up all the ore, those bastards. Fire giants, and after that, that's where the hill giants come in. So even the most powerful hill giant will have to listen to a low-level fire giant. Fire giant has to listen to the frost to the stone to the cloud to whatever foul gods and goddesses they worship.
Okay, so given I come from the Extar Mountains here, Extar Mountains, I've encountered a hill giant or two, but there've never been a grouping of them. So
they are pretty rare to get in the groups. Usually they go off on their own because they're so greedy in their pursuit that they just go off on their own trying to find something to eat or trying to find nice shiny objects. That does make sense.
So while we were in the hills of Voltur doing a quest, we found a group of them actually like working together of sorts. And when we actually So when we actually, taken them out, we found that they were being given orders from someone else. So uh, I don't know if you have contacts that can look into that further. We've mentioned it to the guild in Voltour, but I would still rather have the word out faster if I could.
I am nothing but a merchant. I belong to the Merchants Guild, so I wouldn't be able to do that. But if they're taking orders from someone, it could be that they're being paid by someone. It is possible. Like I said, they like food and shiny things, so the person might have been giving them food or shiny, so they decided to work with them. But I don't see them being part of an army. Generally speaking, hill giants are not good soldiers in army. They're a little too dim-witted, and they are very quick to anger.
Well, I would have thought so as well, but I actually found the tablets that had the instructions in Giants, which was ordering them to gather more uh, giants for some cause. But there was uh, there's no like saying who it was from or why.
He kind of like furrows his brow as you're saying that. Like, all right, well, once we get to Sapphirium, then I'll send word back to my clansmen, see if there's any rumblings there. At the very least, if some giants decide to band together, well, then I guess we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now, lad, you wouldn't happen to have a whetstone on you, would you? These, and he like holds up a bolt. He's like, these are a little dull, and I'd like to sharpen them.
Would I? That's a good question.
You probably would have a part of your packet.
Yeah, I have a whetstone
Fenrith
here.
tosses one to the side.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Luckily enough,
No
this, and he
problem, just
pats his
polishing
axe.
now.
Like, luckily this doesn't need a sharpening. Beauty about being a magical item. He starts like sharpening his crossbow bolt heads.
What did he say?
Luckily the axe doesn't need sharpening.
Oh yeah.
Well, I probably should check my sword when he's done with his bolts.
Probably. Is there anything else you guys want to do for the night?
I actually do when I come back from getting washed up. I do want to ask Thobble about his god because I had that vision. So I just
What would you like to know, boss?
I'm really so I'm just gonna sit with him kind of like off to the side and with be like kind of quietly. I really am kind of new at this whole cleric and adventuring, and I will say you're like the first that I've really been able to sit down and talk to. But I wanted to make sure that you still had your connection because the vision that I got, I saw it was like severed from her. So I want to make sure that you're okay with her and just kind of get general information about your god. I don't know a lot about other gods.
Well, the connection was severed for a bit there. Whatever foul treachery they were using did sever my connection. And holding this in place, in motion to his axe, I'll be fine. My goddess understands that sometimes stuff like that happens. Me getting it back, thanks to you and your group's help, was a great boon. I probably would have been in a little bit of trouble if I had died during that time and didn't get the axe back. It is kind of a, clan heirloom, so that would have been a little bit awkward. But yes, everything will be perfectly alright. I've been a faithful follower of hers for a few centuries now, so she understands that nothing will lead me astray, and I would get her axe back.
Have you been a cleric for that long?
Oh, I've been a cleric since I was just a wee lad. It's been a while. Only recently have I really started to go across the continent, but she called me into service to go across, So that's exactly what I did. Normally, I just stayed around my clansman's home and just helped them as best I could. If there was collapses in the mine or if something attacked us, I would heal them up and everything like that. But then one day she told me that I needed to get out there and spread her love around the continent. So that's what I did. I got a cart. My clansman wished me farewell, and I set off. And so for the last, I don't know, probably 60 or so winters, I've been sitting around, going around the continent, helping where I was needed, selling
60
potions to
years.
those needed help.
What area are you from?
Oh, I'm far from the east there in the mountains over to the east. Generally speaking, most of us dwarves prefer that area there. Deeper mountains were there, so that's generally where we kept set up because that's where we could do our mining and everything like that. There are a few clans in the Escort Mountains, but those clans haven't really been heard from in the last few decades. We're assuming they got absorbed into Escort itself. We're not completely sure, but
Would I know anything about that?
you would have heard some rumblings, but you don't know if
Nothing
they were
for
absorbed or
sure.
not.
Okay.
Would I know?
You've seen some in your travels. You've seen some almost like settlements of dwarves, which your clan has just killed.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Good weapons. They give good weapons and good everything like that. So you're like, well, there's about a dozen of them there, and there's a dozen of us strong ones. So let's just blitzkrieg them, kill them, take their stuff, and continue on.
Yeah.
But a full-fledged clan, no, you haven't heard of anything like that. Baranor herself, she is the right hand of Moradin, and as he says Moradin's name, you notice that his thumb rubs on the anvil symbol on his axe, almost like like subconsciously just touching it. They're kind of husband and wife type. Most follow him or Dumathoin or Clan Gerin, but I felt a call to her, and that's exactly what I did. I figured there's a lot of miners out there, but there are not a lot of people that heal and make sure that we're safe. So that's what I did.
Okay. And you just, I don't know how to explain it. I'm so new to it, if that makes sense. Like I'm still trying to figure everything out. And
My advice would be do what your heart tells you, and if your god or goddess doesn't love it for it, well then they'll send a sign that that's the wrong thing, and you can either make the decision to either keep following them and correct your actions, or find a god or a goddess that falls more in line with what your heart desires.
okay. So follow my heart as best as I can and watch for signs that I'm either doing right or wrong, I guess.
Pretty much, aye. That's generally a good way to live.
Okay.
If the gods or goddesses need our help, they'll call us.
You can look at her. She's literally writing in her notebook, "Follow your heart." Pretty much, like it's ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna say thank you to Thobble.
Of course. Anytime.
I'm glad we were able to help you.
Glad that you came by when you did. Like I said, that would have been very awkward telling Baranor that I lost our freaking heirloom. Woo!
Yeah, that'd be bad. That would have been very bad. I'm gonna look at Fenrith and Warren and be like, "You two figure out the first watch. I'm going to sleep." And then I'm gonna go to sleep. And in the morning, I'm gonna put on the armor.
I'll take first watch.
Muted. Yeah, then I'll take second.
All right. So make a perception check and roll a d12 for me, please. Ba-da-ba-bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum.
So we have a 18 for perception.
Nice. And what's your
And a
D12?
3 is the
3, all
12.
right.
Yep.
Was that laughing? Was that joking? I'm confused.
That was me choking.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was that was my throat going, what the fuck are you doing?
Laughing is scary when someone rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Good. Your watch goes by rather uneventful. You can see a couple, pretty much each of the other adventuring companies have the same thing where they have someone on watch, and then there's a couple of guards constantly like patrolling around. As they patrol around and kind of like loop around where you are, they kind of nod to you, kind of like, hey, what's up? And they continue on holding torches, going around. Your watch goes by pretty uneventful.
Sweet.
All right. Fenrith, your turn.
All right. That is a 16 perception
Nice.
and a 3.
All right. You wake up. Rowan lets you know that was pretty uneventful. As you're starting to take watch and anything like that, same thing. You see some of the other members of the other groups get up, change out their watches. The guards change out theirs. New guards start to patrol around. And they do lazy loops around the entire caravan with their torches held. But pretty uneventful. Maya, roll a d20 and a d12, please. This will be either for like D'Artagnan or Seventh or Mithria taking one.
Well, I don't know what their perception is.
Yeah, no, that's why I just said d20.
Oh, okay.
So then,
It's a 12.
oh, all right.
Oh, and you want me to roll
12?
a d20?
Yeah, and then d12.
I meant
Wait.
a 12.
Okay, yeah, then. So
I rolled a 12 on the 20, but yeah. 5.
5. All right. So Mithria and Severanth take the last watch. And as you guys get up in the morning, Severanth's like, oh yes, I thought there was a little bit of a kerfuffle about the other group had to get up and run off. They did something and we heard some weird howling sounds. But luckily, nothing came across this area. So it seems like one of the other adventuring groups had an encounter of some kind and they took care of it.
I was about to ask, were you the weird howling sounds?
Oh, no. What? Why would I possibly be? No. No.
So you kept quiet in wolf form?
I did not take a wolf form at all, thank you very much. I did not feel like getting hunted by any of these ruffians.
Ruffians.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
that's a first, but okay.
Long rest, yay!
Getting up, I pat him on the top of the head like he is a dog.
Oh no!
All right. Don't be
just
doing
ruffle his
that.
hair.
Don't be doing that. Come on now.
It's amazing.
He like tries to put it back in place, which just kind of ruffles it up even more. It's like, should we start heading out? You know, money awaits. Let's go. Money.
We do have to move along with the rest of the group.
Yeah. Are they like? Is everybody like waking up, getting ready, eating breakfast?
Yep. You see some like merchants. They'll be like after about half an hour of you guys being up, they'll get out of their like luxury tents, come up like, yes, that was a very good sleep. But yes, the guards are up and about. Was that sorry?
Merchants are getting up. Merchants are getting up as half of our tents already packed.
Pretty much, yeah. The other group that is of similar skill to you guys are just waking up as well. But you see the more experienced group already up and about. And you see they're fully ready to go, and they're starting patrolling like a larger area.
Alright. I'm gonna drink coffee and put on the damn half plate and get the horses ready for us.
All right.
And probably eat some beef jerky.
I'm probably gonna eat first, whatever rations or whatever we have, but I'm gonna like not necessarily work out, but like do some like warming up exercises, jogging, things to wake up.
All right. So morning routine commences. Easy enough to do. After about you guys being up about hour and a half, 2 hours, because gotta wait on the merchants. Caravan starts heading out, and it's a very slow process as like one wagon at a time breaks from the circle, so then other ones can move and everything like that. As this long caravan train starts heading off again.
Do we have like a picture of the caravan or anything?
What do you mean? Like,
Or just like kind of where we're at in the caravan? Like, are we
definitely.
middle? Are we front?
I mean, that is
Are we
up to
end?
you guys.
Weren't we in the middle?
Did we spread out last time in
We-
pairs?
We did,
Yeah.
but I know that with because there's 3 sections for the caravans, and I feel like each adventuring group had 1 section, and then we
No,
split.
because I remember. No, because I think we were all spread out. Like the most experienced ones were spread out as well.
Oh, were they? Like
Yeah,
through
you
the
guys
whole
were
thing?
all
Okay.
intermingled.
All right. Then yeah, spread out
We're
again.
we're essentially one giant party until we get.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
I figured
So yeah,
Thobbles
probably
with
I'll take somebody up front.
Mithria. Yeah, I'll go with you this time, Fenrith. You want to go up front?
Alright. Yeah.
I'll go up front with Fenrith.
I guess anybody but Severance at this point.
So D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, eh? You and I will be together. Let's go.
Well,
I
mean, he
told
threw them
King,
in.
I'm giving your guy a French accent because of fucking
Yeah, of
D'Artagnan.
course.
Like
You
that.
have to.
He's like, yeah, makes sense. Split personality.
Yeah.
We could have had D'Artagnan and Severant hanging out. Actually, no, we need to have a player that's here and a player that's not here together.
Yeah.
Ah,
Wait.
Well, no matter what.
Wait, we already messed that one up.
Yeah. And he's
Oh,
like, yes, but I'll be in the back again like I was. I'll make sure
Yeah.
everything's good.
And Thobble's with her. See, we're good.
Aye, don't
Okay.
worry about that, Loss. I'll take good care of you.
See, so someone's here who's playing him.
You guys, well, I mean, sure. You guys do see the kind of like rugged Thobble that you guys seen yesterday is gone, as this morning his hair is now done up like it is in the picture, and his plate is like, it almost seems even more shiny and new than it was
Shiny.
yesterday, as he's like back to his, he's ready. Like he is no longer a little like hermit going across. He is now full dwarven battle ready. As he keeps his axe on his side, and you see his ornate heavy cross with this weird apparatus that is coming like up off of it with looks like a spyglass on top of it. As he's sitting there, he's like, "All right, I'm ready to go. Let's do this."
All right. I guess we just ride for the day.
All right. So I'm going to need, for the sake of brevity, we're just going to do 1 roll a day because that's just going to get tedious if we don't. I forget what color of horses y'all wanted. Shit, I should probably name those at some point.
I
Anyway.
forgot we had
mine
horses.
was brown.
Anyway,
Mine's all black.
Mine was white.
There's the horses. I'm just
brown
giving you
white.
guys all the horses right now, so you guys get to choose.
Is
There
there
we go.
one that looks like one?
Black.
There we go.
Darn. Well, closest one to mine was right here.
I mean, they're not
Mine is
size, but
supposed
yeah.
to be closer to
His
Epona.
name is Hank.
Hang.
How's it going?
My horse's name is Horse.
No, I literally wrote him in. He's in my character sheet, and he has a name.
Do
and
you have
everything.
his stat block and everything?
I think so. Yes.
Oh, I
Okay.
did not do that.
Yeah,
I
so
forgot about
it's
that.
so it's a draft
Yeah.
horse, stat block, write out the
I got
points,
his
roll his
AC, his hit points, his speed.
Yep.
All black with one streak of white on his front bang.
All right.
Yeah, trust me. He's Hank.
Put a picture.
Named after Hank the Tank, who I rode when I was on vacation. He was the bestest of horses, so I had to name
Can I
him
get-
after him.
All right,
But I
Catherine the
couldn't
Great.
name
After
him.
video game
I couldn't
characters.
name him Hank the Tank.
I thought it was Frank the Tank.
No, it was Hank the Tank. He was a
You're-
Clydesdale.
Yours can be Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
I couldn't put tank because we don't have tanks in this world.
Hey, wrong.
Oh, I guess
punch.
tank. We could do tank as like tanking damage.
Yeah, but in the sense of like the world, they wouldn't know what tank meant.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
it's
know.
a name. What does it
That's
matter?
true. All right, he's Hank the Tank.
So I'm gonna need somebody to roll a perception check and a D12, please. I'm not gonna do 3 like I normally do, just for sake of brevity, because this is a fucking
You
3.
I have
This
a
is like a
+3
You
to
wanna give-
perception.
I was gonna say, do you want to give the cleric the perception? check?
Yeah, I've got a +3 to perception.
So
Actually, so do I.
Oh, do you really?
who's riding with you?
Yeah, I'm
Fenrith?
proficient.
It's me and Fenrith.
So
I
you
guess
could
that makes
either
sense since we're
help
up front.
her, which gives her advantage, or you guys could both make a check.
I can help you out.
Okay.
So advantage.
Yeah.
So
All right, so Fenrith and
17,
roll a D12
20.
then.
Oh nope,
20
that
total?
wasn't done yet.
20 total.
All right. As you start riding up, gang, I'm assuming you guys are on point.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice of you to rejoin us. Seeing that you guys rejoined us last night. Did you take care of everything? The Taskmaster asks as you guys come
Yes,
up.
we did.
Yeah.
Good. I
Those
see
orcs
also-
and goblins won't be coming back behind us.
Yeah,
That's
or
very good.
goblins, hobgoblins. There was a lot.
Or some orcs, some
Shit.
ogres.
She picks up a thing of parchment, and you see her start like writing something down. She's like, very good. And I see you also got a new compatriot.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
the
his cart they
merchant.
attacked.
But he's a merchant.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm well aware who Master Thobble is.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
All right, what was the D12?
Someone else
I
rolled
can
the
do
D12.
I got it. 4.
4. It goes, but the day
hope that
goes
isn't the
by
fun.
pretty uneventful, actually.
Yay.
As you guys are
It's
heading,
not the funny one.
there's a little thing. Would you like to initiate travel montage? Yes or no?
Yes.
Do,
I
do,
pushed
do,
the yes button.
do, do, do,
yes.
do, 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 do,
Is there
do,
anything
do,
you guys
do,
would
The
like
do.
to do?
wheat
That's
fields.
right.
I was gonna say it's like the montage with the wheat fields going in and out of focus, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. The epic music starts to crescendo in the background.
Maybe some corn
Uh,
along the way.
Is there anything you guys would like to do or talk about or anything like that before we start the travel montage?
No, I think
No.
we're good because, I mean, how many days do we have until we reach the ocean?
You still have a good, let's see, let's go back to the world map, even though we just moved
Right.
to this one. Let's see. You have approximately 1 axe shaft.
I know, that's what I was trying to figure.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a
Select tool comes in real handy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. But we're just gonna do this. We're gonna yeet you guys into the tainted lands because
Oh no!
Sure.
have fun with that.
I cast invisibility.
Huh.
I guess
All
we're
right.
searching for sweet roll already.
I cast hide.
So you guys are probably, I'll say about there on the T.
Haven't we been traveling for like 4 days already?
Okay.
No,
Yep.
we've only.
Yep. No,
Really?
he's right.
4?
Yep. No, he's right. Yeah. It was a
Oh,
few
wow.
days before you encountered
It's only
Thobble.
been 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's only been 4 days.
You guys
4 days.
initiated travel montage, and then it's like, poof, an enemy has appeared.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you guys are approximately there. So you have another, I want to say, about at this rate, 3 weeks to about 5 weeks left.
Oh, this is a week's journey. All right.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
no, we're going like
Yeah.
cross country.
Yeah, you're also using horses. That you're also going at the speed of a caravan, which right there is halved as it is normal. So
Think
Not to
Oregon
mention the
Trail.
fact that they're
yeah, oh yeah.
No.
Merchant
Oregon
carriages and not
Trail.
combat
No one get
carriages.
dysentery.
No,
Not with
So
clerics in the
don't
party
get
that are
Terry,
like,
got
"Hey,
it.
what's up?"
Exactly. That's why I'm like, ooh, purify water.
Noticing Terry, are you okay?
No dysentery. No, I think we're good for
Dysentery,
this
that's
beginning of montage. The only thing I would say is before we do eventually reach the city that we're going to, we need to decide how we're going to ask questions, because I know Mithria really needs to find information about what happened with her brother and her husband, but we also have to find out about the stupid symbol that we have that keeps getting us kicked out of places.
I'm sorry to say we're
Well,
gonna have to
let
split the
her ask
party.
first.
No, I know. No, I get that. But I also feel like we need to decide who's going with who. I mean,
Oh.
granted, we don't know a lot about the town, so I guess we could also wait until we get there to figure that out too.
Could also ask if anyone's been there.
Yeah, that requires talking to strangers.
Stranger danger, stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
All right, initializing travel montage. So there's nothing you guys want to talk about right now?
Nope. Initiating
Uh,
fast travel.
You have until I pick up
Yeah,
my
no,
D12.
I'm good for fast travel.
how do you? I forgot how to put the horse on here. How do you put the horse on here?
Horse on what?
So when you
On the,
Uh-huh.
yeah, on the D&D
Oh,
Beyond.
we don't have
Oh,
we don't have horses.
Yeah, they're in extras.
They're in extras.
Manage extras and it's under mount. Yeah,
All
well,
right.
you have to specifically search for it because I think it's mounts and pets. You can add it in there.
All right. You guys are initiating fast travel, and as the slider ticks, 1 day you're clear, 2 days you're clear, 3 days you're clear, 4 days you're clear. On the 5th day, it's like, pff, enemies are nearby. You can't fast travel. And you guys hear this. There it is. Sound in the distance.
Oh.
And you guys see the ones with the pearl necklaces. That's okay. Nope. Pearls on necklaces. We're not gonna. Their amulets signifying they have pearls on. The human that seems to be in charge is like, we've got this. You guys took the last time. We got this. Continue on. We'll be back in a little bit. And they start to ride off. The 5 of them.
Oh, okay.
Was that no, what?
That's my hand reaching for my weapon. Okay.
We're
You
like,
see them.
Fine.
You see them ride off. You see the female half elf whooping as she's riding, getting ready to go in.
Are they going behind us, in front of us, to the side?
Kind of splitting off. If where you guys are going is 12 o'clock, they're splitting off kind of between 2 and 3, and they're riding off.
Oh, okay. But it's going to be close. I mean, we did hear it, so they're not going to be super far.
Yeah. So as you guys are going and kind of like keeping your ear out to see if you guys are needed or if
Pretty much.
if they die and you guys have to defend, you guys are waiting, and it goes from the high-pitched laughing to you guys hear screaming of pain. And
Animal
I
or
recognize Jackal Pain.
Null Pain. You guys recognize the Null Pain because they
Knolls.
screamed.
Oh, no pain.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, the sweet sounds.
Yeah.
And as you guys kind of like slow up, so the caravan keeps going, and you guys are kind of still moving, but you guys are kind of like, are we going to get it? So kind of grouping back up together. And as you guys are starting to get closer and closer to Mithria pulling up their rear, you guys see 5 people riding back on the horses.
How many left?
5.
Oh, okay.
A little messy. Probably
As
one
they-
of them or two breathing a little bit, but
As they approach, I'll just ask if anyone's hurt.
The you recognize there's the other Azamar player. She's like, "We've got it. We got it all under control. Thank you. They were only gnolls. They barely hit us." And the half elf's like, "Yeah, there's only like half a dozen of them. They could have gotten more." As she's like drenched in blood, like worse than you were yesterday, Maya, but not a scratch on her.
Not her blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
looks like it was a lot of fun. Looks like
Slaying enemies, the paladin pops up. He's like, "Slaying enemies is our duty. It is not for fun. We don't take pleasure in it," which you can tell not true for some of the other party members.
I'm looking at the one who's like smiling, covered head to toe in blood.
It's like, "It is our duty to protect the innocent, and that is what we do."
It doesn't mean we can't have fun in the meantime. At the same time,
Come on. Let's head back to our
I
spot.
don't remember if I said this last time, but he does have a fist on his
okay.
his shoulder. It is Torm, but instead of the
Torm.
white hand, it is blood red.
Okay.
The Azamar that's in the group as well also has the white hand, not a red hand, but the white hand of Torm on her.
I wouldn't know the difference.
No, but Amaya would.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm still in shock that there's another Azamar.
They have been keeping it to themselves, so they weren't really
Okay. Yeah.
meshing with you
can see,
guys.
I'm a little bit like, I'm a little paler than I normally am, which is a lot considering.
I know we don't look like this. Can we meet up later when I can like do my hair and everything?
You're really fair, not pale.
I am a ghost. In real life and in D&D, always.
Thobble was like,
so
"I heard there was a potential fight. Are we going?" And you can see him kind of like ready, like,
I look at him and go, "No, they took care of it."
"Oh, bollocks."
I know. A red hand. You said it's a red hand of who?
Torm.
Torm. Can I roll to see what I know about Torm?
Sure.
Sure.
Roll a religion check.
Religion. Okay, so religion. Where is my religion? Really? Why do
Right
I have
near
a
the
plus
bottom.
0 to religion?
Because
Freaking
it's
Yeah,
intelligence.
why do you have a
Intelligence.
plus here to
I
religion?
don't know.
That's
It's
a little sus there.
intelligence. It's
Appar-
intelligence. not
Apparently, like
wisdom.
your teachers were like, "Hey, you want to learn a religion?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's for losers. Screw that. I'm never going to be a cleric. What are you talking about?"
Stupid. I put
Priestess
everything into
doesn't know
wisdom. It's
religion.
fine. I rolled a 17.
17. Torm is the god of courage and self-sacrifice. So he's essentially the embodiment of paladins, protecting the weak and everything like that. The red hand is a war order. So it's essentially the paladin worships Torm, but the order that he belongs to is more focused on the war side than the other aspects. Whereas
Helping people is just a side effect of their combat.
yes,
Gotcha. And they're part of like the war sect, right?
yes, yeah. So he would be more. Their order would be probably closer to any warfare. Like so, up in the north in the Shattered Lands, his order would probably be at home there because it's constant war.
Okay.
But it seems, yeah, he's leading his group down here for some reason. The Asmal cleric, Lady Asbolo, she just worships Torm. She doesn't have a sect. It's just his symbol straight up.
So hers is white and his is red.
Yes.
Okay, hers is white. Got it. As we like go our separate ways to head back towards the front, I'm gonna look at the lady and just say, "Can I speak to you later when when we camp for the night.
Of course. Seek me out, and if we are not busy, I would be more than happy to talk with you.
Awesome. I'm Amaya. So I just say my name as we.
She kind of bows her head slightly. She's like, I am Lady Asbolo.
Got it. Thank you. Lady Asbolo? Why
Yeah.
with the names?
Also, I should mention they are in the NPC category right now.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope. Both groups that you guys currently have is in there. You're good.
No, I know that. Hold on.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Norbol Nocthic. Asbolo. Asbollo.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Da,
Okay.
da, 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 da,
I didn't see her because she's the last one on the first group, and that first group gets me confused.
da. It was designed that way. Yes.
Uh-huh.
All right. So you guys, after that, you guys want to continue on?
Yeah, until that night.
As the slider starts to engage, it's just about to engage fully, and all of a sudden, nighttime, you guys take your break and it stops. Like, do you wish to still talk with an NPC?
Yes.
So you guys break for camp, making a circle like they normally do, while the rest of your group is setting up and chillaxing and checking their equipment and everything like that, rubbing their asses from riding all day. You can walk over to the encampment.
I'm gonna walk over to her. I'm gonna walk over and then like, do they seem super busy or do they seem like they're like settling in?
Settling in. They're kind of just like chit chatting.
Okay. I'll walk up. Oh God, I hate these names. Lady Asbolo.
Yes.
Do you mind if I have a chat with you really quick?
Please come. And she motions to beside her, so for you to come sit down.
I go and sit with her.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I'm at a loss in real life.
Turn back.
Hey, you wanted
Yeah.
to. Don't worry, you got back just in time for Mugs to be completely flustered.
I'm
What?
completely flustered.
Not Amaya, Mugs. Mugs is
Yeah,
completely
just
flustered.
me.
What happened? I was gone for like 2 minutes.
I'm meeting another one of my kind. I don't know how to deal with that. Real life either. Interacting with people's hard.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
Does she like once again, see, there we go. My brain is not working. Is she tattooed like me or no?
No, she is. Her Azamar is more of on the side of just like half angelic. She doesn't have anything like that. She is like the nice fair skin and everything like that.
And cause there's normally like a way to tell that they're Asmar. Like, what is like her tell that she is, other than fair skin?
The way she carries herself, her looks, and everything like that is very angelic.
Angelic. So it's almost like one of those like beep beep on your radar kind of thing when you are. Okay.
Like as she's riding, her hair flows nicely and everything like that. She's wearing what could be classified as half plate, but it's just like a breastplate with shoulder pauldrons on, and then her vambrace, like the pieces on her forearms, with a couple pieces of leg armor, but it's not a full encased suit like normal half plate is.
Okay. I'm like gonna say to her, like, I'm trying to figure out what to say without insulting. I don't know.
Don't worry, you will not be insulting. I've had to deal with some unsavory beings before, and she looks at the half elf as you see the half elf being very barbaric in what she's doing as she's eating.
And I don't want to be rude. I'm just, you are the first other Azamar that I've come across since I left my village. So I'm a little taken back, I guess I could say.
Well, we are a rare breed. Most of us do either hide or a lot of us are up at the front lines.
Yeah. Um, I guess where where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? Are you alone? Do you have people?
Alone in the sense that I'm the only Asmar in the group, yes. Where I'm from a village close to the Shattered Lands. My
Um,
parents were big warriors up there, and so when I became of age, I took the oath, I served home, and continued the family legacy.
I'm from a village in, oh my God, the Escatar Mountains, and a little bit like you, I guess. I was told to go out and try to meet people, others like us. But I will say you're the first that I've seen, so
Well, stick around the Adventurers Guild and you'll see a few more. There's not many of us, but there are a few that you might be able to see every so often.
up north. Can I
Shattered
ask
Lands.
how long? The Shattered Lands, okay.
So up above the Reclaimed Lands.
May I ask how long have you been out adventuring? Or what, you know?
I've been. How long has it been, Blair? And she looks over at the palette and he's like, with us, you're looking good. Almost a decade?
Oh.
Indeed.
That's okay. So you've been away from your home for a while then.
I make time to go back every so often. We also do go up to the defense wall and see if we can help there. So I usually stop by there for a few days every so often. But yeah, I do no more than a few days at a time.
Do you find it hard, people looking at you? Or do you just kind of get used to it? I'm so new
You
to
get
this.
used to it. You could also surround yourself with others that take the looks away.
I look over at my party.
Indeed,
And
yes,
then
your composition would lend very well to that.
yeah, I have found that. In the beginning it was much harder, and I mean, compared to you, I'm a baby, just leaving. I've
It
only
will be
been
hard
gone
for a
for
while, but
6
you'll
months.
get better. Oh yes, 6 months. You'll get used to it after about a year and a half, 2 years, if you stay gone.
Yeah, I think I'm meant to for a while at least. I was told to find the other clans and learn of the world to bring it back to our village, just because they tend to be in isolation in the mountains for fear. They're not
Oh,
quite the warriors that I think your people are.
we are very hesitant as well. But yes, we do understand that we cannot be ruled by fear, so we go out and we conquer that fear, or at least push it down.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was sent out to learn of the world, to bring it back, to get over the fear of the outside, I guess. I feel like my people have been hiding for too long, almost.
Well,
Like
after
I feel
this
like
scouring that happened back, it's completely understandable that we hid, but definitely don't let that fear rule you. The gods did send us down here for a reason, so,
and the world is changing, right?
indeed.
Do you feel for the better?
Depends where you go. Some places definitely for the better, some places not so much.
Yeah, and I feel like one of the reasons I was sent out was almost to learn of the world so I could bring it back to the village and tell them that we need to, or some of us need to venture out more, you know, to kind of help them understand that times have changed. Granted, I don't, was I alive with what she would just refer to or no?
No, that would have been a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago. Centuries and centuries ago.
So, I mean, obviously you said culling?
Scaring, culling, whatever you wish to call it.
Scouring. Okay. When the scouring happened, obviously our people went into hiding, um, for good reason. And it's definitely been a story handed down from generation to generation. But I feel like, at least in my clan, they do not send out that many of us. Like there's only been a few that I know that have left. So when it was my turn, I feel like at least I could help some more of at least my generation feel a little more accepted into going out into the world.
Yes, it is always a good thing for us to and show the world that we are not gone and show the world that we stand. Especially with all that's happening, the increase in monster activity across the continent.
I didn't realize that there was an increase of monsters.
Well, some say it's because we reopened the Adventurers Guild, and some say the Adventurers Guild was reopened for the monsters. It's more of the whole, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Right. I want to say thank you for talking to me.
Of course.
Like I said.
Anytime until we leave, you feel free to come by here.
Yeah, if I have any questions, I definitely will, especially with your experience of being on the outside.
Of course. If you have any questions and we have already split ways, just look for us in the Adventurers Guild or leave word for us, and I'll attempt to make contact as soon as possible.
I highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I give her like a half bow, like, and head back to the group.
As you're heading back, you hear, "Hey, there's a more!" As you see a gold dragonborn come out of one of the tents.
Is he a merchant or is he a party member?
Part of the nobles.
Oh. Yeah.
The dragon
look at him.
with you. Sapphire.
Yeah, he's part of our group.
Shit. Good luck with that. He kind of like spits on the ground.
Mm-hmm. And I walk back to my group.
All right.
Oh, you are so.
What Fenrith, Rowan, as Amaya is out there talking with the other group, what do you guys want to do?
I guess for now, I'm just gonna stare, like 100-yard stare into the fire as I just prepare my weapons and.
As you hear the scream of nature as Severanth burnt it down. It's like a Nom flashback.
Way to go. Yeah. Druid.
Back in Nom, we didn't do that.
To see little tree saplings running around, screaming on fire.
Oh, the dryads.
Oh my god.
Man, you guys are lucky Severanth wasn't here tonight. There was some stuff I had planned.
Oh,
he is a
man.
terrible cleric. Or terrible druid. Not cleric. I'm a cleric.
Yeah, you're a cleric. He's a war criminal.
Yeah. Oh.
I'll be right back.
The international court's going to be sending summons for him soon at this point.
Oh, I have no doubt. I shall hand him over.
You guys have freaking Batman coming after you for killing Alfred. You got the international court. Man, you guys are just being wanted by everyone.
Alfred. No, we're not wanted. We have plausible deniability. He is wanted. We found him in the woods. Don't know what's wrong with him, but he's broken. Fix him.
He was
Fenrith,
broken when we found him.
what are you wanting to do while Amaya's away?
Probably standard keeping my eyes out around the surroundings, maintaining gear.
All right.
Maintaining my gear and stuff.
You see Mithria and Thobble kind of like talking as, you know, when old people just like randomly start like humming an old song and stuff like that. Thobble does that, and Mithria is interested because he does like old like dwarven sagas and stuff like that. So he sits with her, and they kind of go down, and he tells all the stories and everything like that.
I might pull up my lyre after I'm done. My gear as well.
All right.
A little bit.
And
Probably what I usually do with cooldown when I'm done my gear. Start playing my instrument.
Nothing. All right. So you guys do your gear in the morning. I'm assuming you guys are hitting the continued travel montage. 6,
Yep.
7. Nope. I need one of those removed. All right.
I do have a question.
What's up?
Would Fenrith be aware if there was any prejudice against gem dragonborns?
Different clans, different things. That's all it is.
Okay, so like I'm not saying unless Maya said something, he wouldn't necessarily know about it.
Yeah. No,
I'm
it's
curious.
just, especially if your patron encroached on another's territory long ago or recently, but for you it'd be long ago.
True.
No, it's just kind of like, you know.
I guess the gems would have encroached a while ago.
Yeah. Long time ago. In a continent not so far away.
Okay, I'm back.
There's a war. A great war. All right.
Oh, geez.
Travel montage.
Travel.
Day 1, nothing. Day 2, no. Where's that D12 for that set? Hold on. I think I lost it. Day 2, nothing. Day 3, day 3. Ooh, nope. You're good. Day 4, you're good. Day 5, good. For the entire week, you guys are good. It's a very uneventful week. Is there anything I just want to say or do?
I'm just gonna like keep an eye on the other party's dragon.
All right.
Just not like suspiciously.
He
I
was a
just
merchant.
no, he's
He was
not
a
a merchant.
noble.
Yeah.
No,
That
he's
is
the gold
Stuart
dragonborn
Ronan.
inspired. He's part of the noble Nogthix.
Oh, okay.
He's part of the other party.
Yep.
So that's why I didn't say anything, but I'm just gonna every once in a while like keep an eye on him.
Steward.
I would
So it
have
was Stuart.
definitely said something.
No,
Okay.
I'm smarter than that.
You got
Well,
in the preceding weeks, there is a dwarf that hangs around Thobble, and they seem to be hitting it off with the whole crossbow thing, as he's very envious of Thobble's crossbow, and Thobble is teaching him how to use his crossbow a little bit more. Just
yeah, Warren doesn't have like any connection to like the people in the other groups. There are no like giants or Goliaths or anything, and doesn't
Yeah,
really
there
have
is.
any.
Oh no, that
No.
is his name.
And
hold on, which name did you think was a giant?
No, I thought he said Goliath, and I got confused.
Oh, okay.
but so none of them seem interesting enough for him to try to make a connection with. So he just kind of keeps to himself.
I mean, Brain might be one that you keep an eye on for the sheer fact that he's a pyromancer, but
Well, I'll keep an eye on him in the sense of see what
don't
he's
let him near
burning down.
Seventh.
Yeah,
Dear
but
God.
Bad influence.
unless he's trying to burn something down, it just doesn't really bother me.
Okay.
What is an abjure?
Abjurer?
Yeah.
Abjuration.
Oh, okay, yeah, no.
A wizard subclass.
Shield
So-
magic.
Yeah, nothing like unless they do something interesting or
I
he
will
has no
say
interest in
on
them.
the time that we've had, I would have talked to Warren and seen if he wanted my longbow. because I'll look at you and go like, "Can you shoot this?" Because apparently I can't.
Absolutely, I love longbows.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
You see, Rowan is actually like as he's looking over and making sure, like how a warrior checks all his weapons and all that. As he's making, even though you take good care of it, it's still a warrior's thing to look at his weapons. He seems very, very proficient in it. There's a whole hunting thing in your tribe. You would have had to deal with longbows a decent amount.
Yeah.
So
I will eventually have you teach me how to use that.
I will say you could start doing that over the course of this time. Get some hours in practicing.
Can you
Sure.
teach me how to do it?
Absolutely.
Yay! Thank you. I mean, we do have 3 to 5 weeks to kill on this goddamn
Right.
trip. And we'll eventually need to start hunting for food at night. I mean, we have rations, but I didn't realize it was a 5-week journey.
Oh yeah, no, it's long.
I don't think we bought enough for 5 weeks.
I don't remember how much she has back bought.
Right. I think that was just because we didn't realize how long.
Yeah,
I know
but it
that
was
we
all-
bought
Yeah.
stuff, but
Yeah, you also have this fancy little spell called Create Food and Water too.
I know I have it
Yeah,
prepared.
at least 2 of us are proficient in finding food and
Exactly.
Yeah.
nourishment on the land.
Thobble does do that a few times for you guys. And he's like,
I can do it too.
he creates holy water for you guys to drink. Except it's dwarven holy water, so that's a fun little buzz you guys get.
Oh,
so it's
interesting.
tasty.
Yeah,
No, Fenrith is enjoying.
I think like after the first time of trying it and feeling really, really fucked up, I'd be like, I'm just gonna create regular water.
Oh, come on, lass. It's only dwarven holy water. It's not even the strong stuff. You got this. I believe in you.
I took a sip and ended
This
up
is
on the
lunch?
floor.
This is good for lunch.
Yeah,
I literally,
Right.
I take like I really don't think my constitution could handle dwarven alcohol.
Or is this a breakfast beer?
Should
As
I
I'm
try?
sitting there wondering.
It's something. It's something. And he calls it holy water too, like
Breakfast
full
for
on
lunch.
holy water.
Oh shit! I actually can handle it. Wow.
Yeah, your con's probably
Um,
higher than mine.
No, my constitution's a +1, but I rolled a 19.
Oh, nice.
No, my constitution's not very high.
A couple times when Rowan is teaching you how to use the bow,
Mhm.
as you guys are like shooting like into a log and stuff like that, right? Like using from target practice, there'll all of a sudden be a loud thunk into the log right beside of it, as Thobble just kind of shoots one of his crossbows from further back from you guys, and it's like pretty much dead right on to your arrow. And all you hear is
Really, Thobble? Really?
Good old
I'm
Thobble.
learning.
I'm just gonna a good shot.
Hey, see, that's the beauty about crossbows. You can take your time and aim for it.
I have a crossbow. The distance sucks. I yell at him.
And he kind of like holds his crossbow, and the fact that he is probably a good 60 feet behind you guys and still nail the shot. Like, oh, come on. You just gotta learn how to shoot it.
Does he have a heavy crossbow, or does he have like my type of crossbow?
Well, he's using a heavy crossbow. It's a very ornate heavy crossbow with a little attachment on it.
One of the nights around the campfire, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow and show it to him and go, "Look, yours is much better than mine."
He uses his hand out for it.
Mhm. I hand it to him.
He takes it, checks it over, grabs the quarrel, and sure enough, thump, perfect, like nice little shot. And he like very quickly, you think that he just pulls back the string for it, but he actually pulls it back and immediately loads it in like a nice fell swoop, just like reloads it, and then he's like, "Yeah, see, perfectly fine. All you gotta do is practice, 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 practice."
I just look at him.
I just stand there
that
like
thing our way.
nod my head like, yeah, practice. It's fine.
Just look at.
He takes the quarrel out, tosses you back the crossbow, and then the quarrel. That's all you gotta do.
I will
Practice.
say, baby, he is a crossbow market master. Or
Yeah.
a sniper.
You see, sometimes you gotta hunt for food or hunt for some orcs.
I've
So
hunted
you
for
got
food
so
with
you know to
this,
be
which is
quiet.
fine. Yes. But
Food, wolves, bears.
and I have
No
shot
wolves.
quite a few things with this and the bow.
Hey,
I
so you
am
know.
sorry. The longbow has longer reach than mine. That's just math.
Hey, true, but longbows are for elves.
Eh,
Hey,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with the longbow. Longbows are
But
fine.
okay, yeah, look at
True.
he's not an elf. I point behind me to Warren. He
True,
ain't no elf.
I'll
I'm
give
just
you
shooting
that. But
bow.
if you want to be an expert, generally speaking, crossbows are better. That's all. You can have one.
You
You
mind
can
if I
have a
take a shot
portal
with
locked
that
in.
Rowan?
Sure.
Load arrow. Thwap. Do I need to roll? Because I'm proficient.
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
roll. See how good you are.
Well, I am proficient already, so.
Yeah, but doesn't mean that snapshot
That's
is going to actually work.
+2. True. That's a +4 to hit. Oof, that was an 8.
Oof.
What did you do?
Oh, you know what? Not +4. Oh, yeah, +4. Never mind, yeah.
You see Fenrith go to shoot it, and
Eight.
it kind of like halfway through just lands in the ground like thunk.
Aw.
An arrow or the
I am not
the,
used
Arrow.
to these.
the bolt?
The arrow,
Okay.
an arrow.
Okay.
The bow just goes halfway.
I was confused.
I'm not fully. Can I try another one?
Sure.
Wow,
Oh, no.
you are not good.
Not doing
It's
well.
been a while, rusty
Nope.
with these things.
All right.
All right. So you
I'm
guys
gonna
continue on.
look at Thobble and be like,
Throws gentlemen.
"You are correct. Teach me how you do that cool shot, please."
All right. So you're getting proficiency with longbow and crossbows. Is that what you're doing?
I don't care, it'll take me a while. One's in my party, one's not. So I'm gonna skip forward and go. I'm gonna learn from Thobble for a little bit. Hey, education's education.
Okay.
Go for it.
So you can go then. Let's say like 2 hours a night. That's about 30 hours by now.
Yeah.
So 30 hours in the longbow.
I put it down in my recording book.
All right. So you guys are starting to get onto the border of the Sapphire Coast and Voltur. And as you guys are coming up one day to almost like a crossroads, Sir Dwyer comes up to the Taskmaster. He's like, "Well, thank you for allowing us to accompany you this far, but now we must go on our own separate way." He's like, thank you for that. Here is, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about payments. We were happy to come here. Besides, that money can go elsewhere." And you see them head off as they split from the caravan.
So that was the noble people?
Yeah. It seems
Before-
like they...
Before they start to like ride off, I'm just gonna quick ride up to Lady Asbolio. Why did I say Bolio?
No, I know what you meant. I know what you meant.
I can't, guys. My brain. I just, want to thank her for speaking to me. And I would have imagined that during this montage, we would have had other conversations, just like
Oh, yeah.
general ones.
Oh, yeah. Like talking about the different villages and stuff like that and everything like that.
Exactly. Nothing, super in depth, but,
Yep.
it's always nice.
It's a girl talk, yes.
Pretty much.
It's like, how do you get your hair like this? Like, the conditioner does not stay in Asmar hair at all. I did like 3 bottles just to get it like this, and it doesn't last long.
Very true. So I'm gonna say thank you to her.
It's all the.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get comments for that one. All right, yeah. It's like, well, it was good talking to you. Like you said, it's very hard to find an Azamar.
Yes.
Be safe on your adventures, and do not go to the front lines anytime soon. Not with your guys' current
No, I don't see
Experience
us.
level.
I don't see us heading that way anytime soon.
Did you tell her about what your guys' missions are?
I did. I'm sure I would have.
Okay. She's like, yes. So the Wizards Guild would be good for that symbol, but be very careful. It would help if you guys had a wizard in your party, because generally speaking, the Wizards Guild will be a little bit more lenient to its own members. When you get to the Temple District, do ask for Father. Oh God, what's his name? Oh, I forget what his name is. But she gives you a name of a priest.
Okay.
He is an expert in the more niche side of our teachings, where if you fail your god and you switch to a different god and stuff like that, all their power. So he might be able to help you with that.
In like Fallen.
Yes, indeed. From what you explained, it does sound like some kind of banishment, but
Right?
kind
But
of
it
weird.
doesn't line up with the
Right, yes.
teachings of who she says her brother follows, so.
Right. It'd be like if you summoned all of a sudden a horde of zombies. It just does not make sense since you're Kelmvoyan.
Yeah,
So
that'd be
that's
bad.
yeah. So you might want to look for that. Look for him.
I will. He's in the Temple District.
Yes. So good luck with
Thanks.
that. Here, come on, lady, let's go. She's like, oh yes, sorry, I do have to go. We are in a little bit of a deadline here.
Yes, I wanted to say thank you, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure
And
to meet you as well.
I will bow and go back to the long ass caravan.
Which barely made any progress in your time going. It's still like just very slowly crawling along.
I know.
You probably could have like rode with her for a while, came back. It's like, oh, the caravan's still making the crossroad.
Here.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
true.
awesome. That's
true.
cool.
but-
Can this train get past this passway already? We want the traffic to go the other way. All right.
Never.
So you guys are about a week and a half from Sapphirium. Week. Anything you guys want to do?
How much time do you say that I have on the crossbow with Thobble?
Well, there's about an 8-hour night, roughly, that you guys can rent. Well, no.
No, because I still need to rest.
No. Say probably like 2 hours a night for both the bow and the crossbow at max. So it depends on like how much you want to push yourself.
Well, I was just gonna switch. I was like to Warren, I was like, you're still part of the party. I could always train with you, but I'm switching to training with Thobble.
Okay. So then if you want to do exclusively Thobble, that's another, you want to say what, 3 hours a night?
Yeah.
So the next week, that's 21 hours. Which he lets you use his crossbow sometimes. It is very light, like lighter than your bow. Your crossbow.
I look at him the first time he hands it to me, and I go, "You sneaky dwarf."
I never once said that was a regular bow. You think that I didn't pay some gnomish tinkerers to fix me up a good bow? No. Come on, alas. All right. So last half week, is there anything you guys want to do in this time?
Nothing specific.
Yeah,
No.
I'm just keep training with him
As
because
a fighter,
I have a feeling we'll separate from him. So
unless I see something like in the wilderness that's strange, no, not really.
Okay. But weirdly, nothing has wanted to attack you guys' massive ass caravan. It's kind of weird. And I'm actually kind of surprised the dice are like, nah. Like I'm rolling a dice per day and it's nothing. The dice are like, nah, we're good.
the dice knows that we're down 3 people in our party, and it would be terrible to make us try to play them.
The dice gods are like, oh,
I
that'd be
will say
nice
at
to you
night,
this week.
Fenris probably off hunting.
All right. So you guys hunt and
And
everything like
Fenris
that?
probably goes and hunts for a few things.
So this is another week that I can add to my training.
So yeah, so that's another. That's the extra 21 hours on top of what I said before. Whatever, how many it was.
Okay.
So I think you're sitting at close to like 50 hours, 60 hours total.
Yeah.
Bow. Which, let me see if he's a good teacher or not.
Be a good teacher, Thobble, please.
He's a decent teacher.
I was gonna say he showed off enough.
Definitely not. You can tell he's not used to teaching.
That makes sense.
Getting a little impatient sometimes, but overall, he does know what he's talking about. He's definitely if the old adage of if you can't do, you teach is correct. There's a reason why he's not a good teacher. Is because he can do really well.
Right. Nice.
Those
who can't teach.
Yeah. So he does that. He also tells you, it's like bring extra strings with you. Don't rely on the magic to repair it all the time. Bring extra strings with you. There's gonna be times when you don't have access to magic and stuff like that.
Okay.
Extra, then make sure your tips are sharpened. Everything like that.
Very
The best
cool.
kind you can get is either a gnomish bow, a dwarvish bow, and to a degree an elvish bow. They're a little bit more expensive, but in the long run, it'll do you well.
I kind of feel like I need to find a dwarven bow since I had a dwarvish teacher.
I mean, to be fair, this is a gnomish crossbow design.
No, I know that.
Hey, if you get one of those, it'll be nice and sturdy too. You could probably bash some heads in with it.
Ooh, that's fun. You can use it as a mace.
Exactly. All right. Last half week.
Better than weapons at multi-tool.
Nothing wrong with that.
All right. Last half week to Sapphirium. What the shit? What? All right. Yeah, there's no. I'm not even pulling my dice either. They're like, nah, that number is not going to show up on the dice at all. The closest it got was that one time the other group went off to do it because it was one number off. Yeah, it was one number off. So it's like, all right, that's kind of random encounter, but at the same time, not for you guys. All right. So your guys' almost month and a half ish trek starts to come to a close as you guys crest a mountain, and in the distance you can see this thin line on the horizon with little spikes poking up above it. You guys know that to be the wall, but above that, if any of you guys have OCD, this is going to trigger it really bad, because looking at the city about 2 inches or so few feet in real life, but like looking at this distance about 2 inches or so, off center is this massive tower. Don't know why they couldn't put it right center, but it was just off.
Oh, that's terrible.
This massive tower that rises up way above the rest of the skyline, with looking at it on the right hand side, these giant, it looks like cathedral spikes coming up, and as you guys get closer and closer, you guys see that these walls, small walls, these are siege walls. So you're looking at a good about 50 feet tall walls, and they're going to be thick, like with at least 5 Cs. You guys get up, and the tower is still this magnificent spectacle in there. And off to the right is where you guys see, it looks like a whole bunch of temples and cathedrals breaking the wall line. As you guys get closer and closer, notice it almost looks like there's another 2-ish caravan trains at this one gate. And it's just the sheer amount of wagons coming in from the different places around the continent, coming to this one gate to get in. Your taskmaster's like, all right, we're making it here. Everyone get your papers ready. If you do not have them ready when we get to the gate, so help me. You have a couple hours now to get it done, so there's no excuse not to have your papers. She seems a little annoyed, as if it's happened a few times in the past, that probably like some merchant or something like that. It's like, oh, I'm not going to have my papers ready right away. You guys get up and you guys get
papers.
I think it's for the merchants for their what they're declaring that they're bringing into the town.
Because Fenrith was asking that we'll say Fenrith asked that mentally.
Okay. Yeah, I had a feeling that he was going to. I would have replied no. No, it's for the merchants.
Do you have to declare belligerent people?
Probably.
No, please don't.
That'd probably be a good idea.
I think we need papers for severance.
Well, we need an exorcism for Severance.
Anything to declare? Yeah, that's a pyromaniac that's done a couple war crimes. You guys should be careful. Like, just have someone watch him.
That's a pyro. And the sad part is he's not even a pyromancer.
Yeah. He's a circle of the shepherd. He should be protecting shit. He's like, nah.
Turns out talking to the pyromancer from the other party, even he's worried about Severant.
Yeah.
Even he's like, Flash fucked up. Even I would have done that. Like, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. A few hours, like you guys get probably around noon time, to close enough to the gate where you kind of get in line. You guys sleep in line. You guys had to camp out here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's taking a long time.
Oh yeah.
Next day.
What is
hope I learned how to sleep in my house.
what is like around us? Just open field? Is there
Yes,
no,
it's
like-
open field. It's cleared out in case there's a fight. It is clear cut, so nothing could be hidden or anything like that. It's a nice flat field where they're like, oh, there's an approaching army. This is cute, and then they could just annihilate it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you can
Can you
see
tell
a
very,
lot
like,
of remnants
clear
of
tree lines?
campsites. There's a lot of campsite remnants around here, because it happens quite a bit that people are like, well, we're in line, but it's going to take until at least tomorrow to get up here, so we're camping here tonight.
Is there anybody behind us?
Yeah, there's a few.
Okay.
You guys get up, and Mithria was pulling up the rear with her. I was going to say sweet roll. That's not the right word. Honey pie. But there's a few people that come in. It's not another big train or anything like that, but it's like a couple more people, almost like farmers and stuff like that, come up. And they're kind of like waiting in line. And when it gets dark enough, they kind of break out of line, go set up camp like other people do. You guys get back in the morning. And even doing your morning routine, you guys move like 50 feet. It takes
It's slow going.
very, very slow. And as you guys get up closer,
everything from every merchant.
exactly. And as you guys get up closer, you can see, weirdly, it should be taking a lot less time, as it seems to split into like three lines as you guys get closer. That's how big this gate is. Like, this gate is massive. But you see a checkpoint with a whole bunch of guards around, and they are searching, and it looks like anyone's declaring anything, they're searching, and they're like, hey, what's going on, everything like that. Very slow going up. The taskmaster gets to the point where your guys' train is next, essentially. She goes up with her cart, talks to seems to be the leader of the guards. She gives him a sack, probably of money, hands him a scroll. He looks at it, looks over her cart, waves her through, and she kind of goes up a little bit and waits for the rest of it. And you can see slowly but surely the merchants and everything like that go through. And you get up. A couple of them seem to lag behind a little bit. They seem not to have their papers ready. That or there's something wrong with it. And they go up, and as you guys are getting closer, you guys see it, and you see these guards flying the symbol of Sapphirium. And as you guys get closer to the gates, you can actually smell the nice salt air now of the sea. It's like a nice cool breeze coming up. You see the one guard's like, all right, what do you guys got to declare? Who are you guys?
We've got
nothing
nothing to declare. We're part of their escort.
Escort, right. So you're one of these fabled adventurers, are you? All right, company name?
Sweet Revenge.
Sweet Revenge. Right, yo. And he looks over, he's like, all right, no cart. Oh, there's a cart. And he whistles, and you see a couple of guards come over, and he points to Mithria's cart. And you see them walk over, and they start looking. And they open Thobble. They open your guys' stuff, make sure that you guys aren't trying to smuggle anything in. They open Thobble's chest, and they kind of look at him. Right. 1 second here. Goes over, calls Lieutenant, and you see the guy walk over, looks over, and you see him start talking with Thobble.
And he kind of like reaches in, and you see his arm just disappear and come back up. And Thobble's trying to explain what's going on. And then finally Thobble has enough, reaches in, pulls out a scroll, shows it to him. Lieutenant looks at it, he's like, all right, let him through. Go ahead.
You're just being difficult.
Oh, fuck with Thobble.
It's like, go ahead. Sorry about
papers.
that.
I love that dwarf.
They wave you guys through.
His papers are
And as you guys go in, you guys are, as soon as you guys come in, pretty much past the portcullis, it goes from dirt road to cobblestone. As when you guys get in, I'm sorry I don't have a map for this because it was a fucking bitch to try to create one. Every time I tried to do one, it just did not look right. But as you guys get in, you can see this bustling city of... It's almost like in the Adventurers Guild, where there's a whole bunch of different cultures all mushed together, everything like that. The same thing here, but on a much larger scale.
Seaside
People
town.
going... Right, exactly. You guys are kind of almost on like the hill as it goes down a little bit. Not nearly as bad as San Francisco, but still a little bit of a hill down. You guys can see rows upon rows of houses, of like moderate, nice houses. To the left and in the distance, you can see the lower end, like the worker district and stuff like that. The giant tower that you guys see, you can see that it is ringed by a wall itself. And as you guys are now looking up it, you actually see the tower itself is this massive, probably a good 100+ feet radius, with these other towers hovering around, floating around it, lazily drifting around in circles around it at different altitudes. You can see this massive in the distance.
Wow.
Is that right?
Wizard's place, right?
Probably.
That's Fenrit's guess.
Yeah.
In the distance, as you guys are looking out, you guys can see the beginning of like the dock district and everything like that. As you see it lined with different ships of different sizes, all the way from like little personal like yachts, all the way up to massive galleons. In the past on the horizon, you can actually see ships still out there. Not sure if they're like waiting on a wharf to come in or if they're anchored out there or whatnot. You can see guards walking all about, a very steady stream of them, making sure everything's good, everything like that. There's a very visible market district with a nice, very fancy looking building, like this large building. You hear Thobble, all right, I gotta go there. That's the Merchants Guild there. I gotta go there and see if I can get myself a new wagon. To the
All right.
You can see a beginning of what looks to be like a nobles section that's walled off as per usual. To the right more is where you can see that the temple district begins. It itself has a small wall around it, but you can see you can see the cathedrals and temples rising above it. It seems to be the wall isn't so much protective, more as just like it's cordoned off. It's like, this is our area. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Don't build over here.
As you guys get in there, you see the taskmaster waiting, and you can see the other group, the burnt nerd going there, and she like motions for you guys to come over. She's like, all right, you guys did very well there. Luckily enough, we didn't really get attacked much. Very good. Hopefully the return trip is as uneventful as that, especially with your guys' help clearing out seems to be some kind of camp. And she motions to you guys. I'm going to need one of you guys to roll a percentile dice for me, please.
Percentile.
I'll do it. It's just like a general. Oh yeah, I got it.
Yep. The D10 and the percentile. So it's like 10, 20, 30, 40.
95.
Oh.
Damn, son. Shit. All right.
Did we get a good Yelp review?
4.5 stars.
Aw.
Out of 5, that's still technically pretty good.
No, that's true. It's 95. That is...
Yeah, like shit. She's like, all right. Well, this one, they were greatly enamored with the fact that you brought back apparently a celebrity. You guys, and she tosses Burnt, the other group, this sack. She's like, there you go. They look in, they're like, and they start chattering as they head off. She looks at you guys, she's like, all right, you guys did quite a bit there. I greatly appreciate that. You were a great boon, and if you guys ever want to work with me again, I will not oppose that at all. This is your guys' stuff.
I'll take it.
Don't spend it all in one place. There are 6. Yep, there are 6 of you. Perfect. That makes it the division very nice there. Good luck. And now it's time to go back. Yay. And she heads off, and she starts going, taking her cart down to the building that actually Thobble pointed out to that he said he's wanting to head to.
Is Thobble still with us?
Yeah, he's still here with you guys.
Okay.
You guys are just off inside of the gate. You guys like pulled off.
Perfect. Okay.
The rest of the
definitely...
train has just dispersed to wherever they needed to go. It's like gone.
I know we definitely want to take Thobble to the Merchants Guild. But I'm gonna look inside the bag. Like I'm gonna like trot over to like the cart and look inside the bag.
All right. It's you know the Crown Royal bag?
Yeah.
It's about that size. You look in and you see some gems. You gonna pull them out, or are you gonna just dump it out?
I'm gonna hop into the back of the cart real quick.
Okay.
And like take stuff out, but like not so like dump out all the money. Do you know what I mean? Like kind of a little bit more quietly.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna call the boys over. Tense me. And I'll
and dump it out. Okay.
No, I'm using bodyguards. I got 2 big bodyguards behind me, so
go to dump it out and you
Penrith will sit in the opening of the thing behind you.
Well, I'm in the I hopped into the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's enough
that you can in the opening of the back of the cart to block sight from the back.
Oh yeah.
You go to like dump it out. You see some gems come out, and then all of a sudden like coins come out, more coins come out. That's more coins than should be in this bag come out as you dump out. There is enough for 1,050 gold for each of you.
Ooh.
Holy shit!
But it'd take us a month.
Yeah.
1,500 each?
No, 1,050.
50. So 1050.
Yeah.
For each of us. What's the gems?
Oh.
It seems variety of gems.
Because I know some of my spells need gems, so
there's no diamonds worth 50 gold or 500 gold.
But gems
well,
can be traded.
50.
And I can also turn stuff to dust. I do have stuff that needs.
So you could also ask your resident dwarf that deals with gems.
True. Thobble!
Hey, what's going on? What's up?
I grab the gems and I show them to him. What do you think?
Oh, very nice, very nice. What are you wanting to do with them?
Can you tell me what they're worth?
It's hard to say, honestly. The cut is nice. They're pretty rough, which is really good. You don't want cut diamonds or anything like that. You don't want no cut gems, really. By being cut,
I have any diamonds worth 50 gold in here?
Oh, let's see here. And he like starts rooting around.
I'll be much more specific. Think of our...
He starts rooting around as I try to find my D10.
No problem. Think of our craft. Thobble, can I use any of these for our craft?
High or low?
Oh shit, I hate when you do that. Low.
Unfortunately, lass, no. There's no diamonds worth that in here.
God damn it.
The closest is this, and he like pulls up a diamond. He's like, this is maybe worth about 20 or so gold.
Thank
the rest
you.
of it could fetch a decent price. Most of it is uncut, which, like I said, is very good. That means whoever wants it can cut it into exactly what they need, or they could dust it. Decent amount depending on who you find and everything like that.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's take you to your Merchants Guild.
Oh, you guys don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure you guys have your own stuff to do, right? You were coming here anyway.
Yeah, it's right there. We don't
Huh?
mind.
Hey, I'm not going to argue. Not with my rescuers or anything like that. And he gives you a wink.
I'm sure you could use a hand with your luggage, moving your gear into a new cart when you get one.
Oh, that's
True.
right.
Very
You
true.
had stuff.
Very true. Well, not as much I use as I used to.
Oh,
Bloody
I know.
hobgoblins. I
But you
swear if
still
I ever
have
find them.
stuff. They're dead.
True, but somebody sent them there, and that means that person is going to get it.
I'm betting it's the army of giants.
Hobgoblins and giants? Ah, don't see that happening, honestly.
That might be far-fetched, but you never
Right?
know.
Really? Really far-fetched.
Yeah.
We were dealing with hobgoblins and gnomes or whatever those things
No.
were, and the
The
never
wolf
mind.
thing?
Ogres,
Yeah,
goblins,
ogres.
and orcs all
Wargs?
like to work together already.
Orcs? Is that
that's-
who?
And the wargs.
Ogres.
Yeah, ogres are like the henchmen of the underworld.
Yeah, they're the bruisers. They're
And
the.
there was 3 distinct things we were fighting in one party.
There was hobgoblins, orcs, goblins, and ogres, and
Okay.
wargs.
So there were 5 things that we were fighting. How could be freaking saying, "Oh, a hill giant" in the mix is weird?
Because hill giants aren't
Because those
normally.
races don't get along.
Yeah.
The races that were there kind of get along.
As you guys are discussing
Kind
this
of.
and walking, you guys hear different like vendors trying to hawk their wares and everything like that. You guys go down, and it's this nice, large, like very ornate building. That in the back of it, it looks like when you go to a shop where it has the fence off area because it has its own its own area back there. It has like a nice large wooden wall in the back. I said, as you guys go in, nice set of double doors. You can see a whole bunch of like busts of people and everything like that, portraits hanging on the wall. That Thobble goes up to a desk. Here, yes, how may I help you? Servants, please do wait outside. You see this elf in like very, you know the fancy places where you have like a nice suit and everything like that, and if you're not in a certain dress, they're like, hey, you mean all snooty and stuff like that. That's what this guy is like. And seeing you guys in your war garb thinks that you guys are that.
Well, a kilt and leather banding,
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah. I'm seriously gonna look at Thobble and look at him and be like, really?
Yes, serfs do wait outside. And I will like, all right, they're not serfs, they're bloody adventurers that help save me. It's like, and who are you exactly? I was like, bloody hell. All right. Pulls out his writ. They have a little conversation. Like, oh yes, I'm sorry about that, Sir Thobble. So yes, your wagon is ready. Just gotta finishing touches there. If your sir friends there would like to bring your equipment to the back, we will put it in your wagon for you. About 3 hours or so, and it should be fully done. And Thobble will expect you guys. Is that perfectly fine there?
It's fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, so there's a donkey with a cart outside, the dwarven chest in the back. That's mine. Everything else is there. Don't touch it. It's like, of course, right away. And he summons some serfs, and you see helpers go out. He's like, and what can I do for you guys? He says, looking at you guys.
Oh, we're just here with our friends. We wanted to make sure he was fine.
Oh, yes, right. Well, everything's here. Everything will be there, so about 3 hours, and the wagon will be ready. Horses will be hooked up and everything, ready for you to go. I was like, all right, thank you, appreciate that. Tell the guild masters that I'll be paying them back fully, but I appreciate their little understanding. Turns to you guys and starts walking. He's like, all right, well, got a couple hours. Just blow. What do you guys want to do?
As soon as we get outside of the guild, like outside of like their doors and their gates and everything, I look at Thobble and go, "Oh, that was just perfect."
Hey, elves and everything.
Wolf
He looks to-
fellow.
he looks to Mithra. He's like, "No offense, lass, but they're very stuck up. Some of them."
Yeah, I'm sure she would agree. I loved how he turned around and kissed your ass. It was awesome.
When you bring as much money into the guild as I have, I think that handles it decently well.
It was. I gave him like a golf clap.
No problem. Thank you,
Just
lass.
beautiful.
Appreciate that.
Would you like to go get a drink?
Did you just ask a dwarf if he wants to get a bloody drink?
I did, because I have a feeling we're going to be parting ways from you soon, and I'm sad, so I would like to go have one last drink with you.
Well, I appreciate that. It'll be nice to be buzzed while I look at the map and see where I got to go next.
So, that's my plan, is to go drink with Thobble for a little bit.
Alright.
Because we don't have our whole group. I don't know what everyone wants to do.
Well, technically, you guys could go start your research, which doesn't require the full group to be here.
No, that's true, but I still want to go have a drink with Thobble.
Alright.
Yeah.
We've
We
been
just
with
got into
him for
town.
like
Yeah, that's good.
we've been with him for 6 weeks. Like, or 5 weeks. Like,
I'd like to sit at a proper table, have a bite of warm food,
Oh
and
my
a
God.
nice stiff
Food
drink.
and alcohol.
So you want to go to a medium tier inn instead of like the dock inn?
Thobble, you've been here before. Where do you recommend?
Oh, I haven't been here before.
I'm so confused. That guy just like kissed your ass and you've never been here?
No, not at all, actually. I sent word ahead to get a new wagon ready. I was going to trade in my old wagon once I got here for a better wagon. No, never been here before, honestly. Do not like it. It's a lot of hubbub and a lot of different noises that aren't very good. The ships scare the shite out of me. And I do not like the fact that that giant ass wizard's tower is just hanging there with all those other little towers hanging about.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I miss my forest.
I miss the underground caverns. And he like chugs his stein. Like, Guggle.
Yeah, let's just go to like not a dive, but also not super uppity.
Aye, because I just finished me flask. That's not. I should have waited a little bit longer. All right, let's go. Actually, wait. I know the perfect place for that. And he leads you to the temple district. Like, all right, where is it? Where is it? As you guys go to this district that very quickly becomes from standard like flagstone and stuff like that. As you guys are heading up, you notice to the left there is a militarized section that is walled off, heavily patrolled. You guys get up closer to the temple district, and you can see it goes from the cobblestone to a nice, almost like marble, like not, it's like faux marble tiles for the walkway around, with this large central fountain area that has a couple of fountains all about, with this larger fountain that kind of feeds into it. There is symbols on some of the different cathedrals and temples that equate to the different gods. And you can see him like looking around. He's like, right there, come on. And he leads you guys to what looks to be a small-ish church. And as you guys get in, it goes from like the hubbub of the outside to a very quiet inside. And you can see a decent amount of dwarves inside. And as he leads you in, there is symbols for like with an anvil with a hammer on it, twin crossed axes, a gem underneath what looks to be a mount, just like on his axe, and a few other symbols. He's like, all right, so right here, this is going to be the best place to get a drink. And he goes up to what looks to be a priest, talks to them. They're kind of like wide-eyed looking at him. Well, then they point. He leads you to almost like a back room as he leads you into a dwarven, like little drinking area inside the temple. As
I knew it.
Steins are brought in. Steins are brought in. He's like, all right, proper drinks. You want drinks? So these are proper drinks. None of that watered down shite that you'd get out there.
I'm just gonna look at him. Mine's like, you don't even know what you just got yourself into.
Nope. It's fine.
He points to Rowan. Hungry?
Yeah.
Fenrith, hungry?
I'm betting he's nodding.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think Fenrith's just like that, yeah. Like, all right. And he holds up 3 fingers like, 3 pigs! And the guy behind the bar is like, all right. And then goes back. He's like, all right, there we go. Proper send-off.
3 pigs.
Pigs. Yeah. What else are you supposed to eat, right? Nice big hogs done with some
Can
ale.
I have
Perfect.
like a section? I don't think I could eat a whole pig.
Well, I
but-
figure one for him, and he points to Ramen. One for him, points to Fenrith, and then probably about half for me, and the rest for you guys.
Works. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to eat the same amount that they did.
4 pigs.
That's what I thought.
And so he sits there as you guys are able to drink. It is very strong ale, by the way. It's like
growl, which rule.
The ale in here is proper dwarvish ale. Pretty much any ale that you've had in other taverns and stuff like that is like water compared to what this is. It's like nice, strong, smooth ale. As you're pretty much the only non-dwarves in this area. The rest are dwarves. It looks of like different priests.
Most of us
so
are like
Rowan and I
4
stand out like
feet
a sore
taller
thumb.
than
Very
any of
much.
them. Yeah.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
well. So where are the intrepid Sweet's Revenge going to be going next?
We have a lot of research to do. So I have to find a priest. I'm gonna pretend she told me the name.
Yeah,
say it
I forget
to
what the
him.
name is.
It's fine. We've got to find this priest and speak to him. We have to figure out what the symbol is. And I don't honestly, I just wanted to come to the ocean. But no, we have a lot of research to do.
All right, well, if you need research, I've been thinking about it. There are a few gods and goddesses that have the knowledge in their repertoire. For that symbol that you showed me there, you could try either Azuth, or which one is her name taken in here? Or Mistra. They're both gods and goddesses of magic, like of the arcane magic that weaves through the entire of the planes. So you could try a temple for there, if you don't want to risk being kicked out by the Wizards Guild again.
Really don't want to get kicked out of the Wizards Guild again.
Because, not gonna lie, that'd be a little awkward, because this is a major hub. So if you can't go to the Wizards Guild, that's a little awkward, not gonna lie, especially at your guys' experience. For the knowledge of yours, and he points towards Mithras, for your loaves there, you could go to Ogma, the god of knowledge.
Ogma?
Ogma, yeah. And I'm losing the ability to do Scottish. I think that's it, yeah. Oh, darkness. Or Savris, he's a god of divination. Not really knowledge per se, but, you know, might be able to divine where you got to go.
Awesome. God of magic and god of divination.
Oh.
Cool. My hand. Writing furiously.
You're writing furiously. I'm pretty sure Fenrith and Rowan are both chugging furiously.
I'm
Absolutely.
sure. Literally, like, she's taken like 3 sips and is like, this is not gonna be good. But she's like quickly writing down while she still can write coherently.
I'm gonna turn to her and I'm gonna say, "Don't worry, I'll carry you back. It's fine."
We don't have a place to stay tonight, so
There's
I'll
taverns
carry
all
you
about.
somewhere.
oh, I'm sure. Let's see, how am I doing after writing all this shit down?
All right.
Not bad. I mean, not great, but not bad. I rolled a 14.
So
I'm doing okay right now with Dwarven Ale. So 15.
You guys are honestly, after this, probably gonna be fucked up for the next like 2 days.
I have no doubt. But as of right now, she can still write in a straight line. Like, that was my checking to make sure she could still write down shit.
Sure. As you guys are sipping, chit-chatting, Amaya's fiercely scribbling and everything like that.
Will the
About-
weather con at least last a day and a half a day?
Was that sorry?
Yeah, you roboted a little bit on.
Yeah, just slightly.
When summer conning was maybe only be a day and a half day. It's 2 days.
Nope, you
Oh,
still
no.
you still
Nope, you're
still
gone.
robotic.
Yeah,
There it is.
Awkward.
Speedy robot back? What?
No, but nice.
And now it's nothing.
I think he said something about someone having a higher con, it only being a day and a half.
Yeah. Probably.
Also,
Joking. Oh, we're not. Less talk. Less time.
oh, speedy robots.
What is up with you? Yes, what is up with you speeding out?
I think
if you speak slower, it might slow down. Maybe, I don't know.
Hello there. How are you? Oh, how are you?
I wish someone would walk in as soon as you start speaking like that. But before we enter the temple, I want to look and see where the docks are, where I can get to, like, not a pier, but somewhere where I can stand as close to the water as possible.
Yeah, it covers pretty much the entirety of the western part of the city is just docks. So it'd be very, very easy to get down there.
Well, I mean, like, I'm not like out of the way where there isn't like a bunch of ships just kind of docking and then ship
For
workers.
the
Like,
most part, that would have to be outside of the city.
are there?
There's not really much.
Just, I'd wait until like after we're done drinking and the next day, and then we'll find water.
Well, I wouldn't mention it is the problem.
Well, my goal was to go see the ocean, so you knew that.
Well, I'm doing it for different reasons.
Okay. But you have to get outside of the city, which means outside of the walls.
Interesting.
Yeah, the entire west has just been retrofitted to be docks.
Okay.
there is no beach in town.
Exactly.
Oh Jesus, there you are. Now we hear you.
No, I don't want a beach. I just want a spot where there isn't a bunch of workers running around.
It's a pretty busy port city, I think.
Oh yeah,
It's the only one.
oh yeah. It's like going to the port of Los Angeles. It's just like, oh, all right, well, shit.
There's water?
Or
Really?
Vancouver.
Where? In between the boats. Got it.
In between the boats.
About half hour or so after you guys are like chatting, like relaxing and stuff like that, you see 4 pigs brought out.
Do they look yummy?
Oh yeah, and they smell delicious as well.
Time to
growl
eat.
and drool escapes Fenrith's mouth as it approaches.
One set in front of Rawin, one in Fenrith, and the other 2 kind of like centralized a little bit.
Let us eat.
So,
To good food and good friends.
Yeah.
so you guys can easily enough eat a proper meal, nice filling proper meal, not rations that you've been going for the last like 2 months on.
We've been subsidizing with hunting, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, that's still like, you know.
And create food and water. So
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is nice. Actual food.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do next? You guys can like chit chat with Thobble, or that's where the dice went. Cool. Chit chat with Thobble. And he's like, I've got no idea where I'm going to be going next. Honestly, gotta find me a map. Gotta see where the goddess sends me, and then I'll head off that way.
I hope we do run into you again, Thobble.
Aye.
Under better circumstances.
Oh, definitely. That would be ideal. Especially since wagons are very expensive.
and I do not know if I can buy another wagon.
Do you have like a standing shop somewhere, or are you just traveling?
No. I travel. I make my potions on the road, and I sell them.
Yeah. Okay.
I keep enough to continue on. The rest go to help whoever needs it. So if there's a little village that needs some extra help, I'll usually give them money. If there's a person that needs help, I'll give them money.
Thobble, do you need anything for your travels, since most of your shit was stolen?
Nah, that's what the Merchants Guild's currently doing. They're getting my new wagon ready. The only thing really is just replacing a lot of the herbs and other stuff that I lost, but unfortunately for that, those are all wild things which I have to go back and pick up.
Oh no.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
That sucks.
That's fine.
Mhm.
At most, I won't be able to sell certain potions for a few winters. Perfectly okay.
A few winters.
Hey, sometimes you gotta let them dry out naturally. It takes some time. The potions
Yeah.
take a while to brew, then set aside and everything. Sometimes you can only find them in certain sections of the continent.
Didn't even think of that. But then again,
Yeah.
I don't know how to brew potions.
Hey.
Uh,
Also the book.
The what?
My recipe book. I was not in the chest. I would have to recreate that, unfortunately.
Oh.
No.
That's fine. Most of it's in
Wait.
music.
At least
Whoa. Alright, so your Finn here really's gotta stop
I
Really's
think
gotta
he's
stop
had
putting
too
his helmet on top of his head before he goes to talk.
When is the last time you've been to the
what helmet?
Estar Mountains? Why is it so difficult to say?
Esctar?
Yeah.
Esctar Mountains, that would have been... Alright, so we've known each other for the last month and a half. I spent about 3 weeks in Voltour. About 3 weeks... about 6 months ago or so.
Did you happen to run into... I'm going to describe like my tribe and where if you would have ran into anybody there.
I don't mess with Goliaths. Not
You
wild
weren't
Goliaths.
Oh.
Generally speaking, they're not too fond of my persuasion. They don't like the fact... Generally, your kind doesn't really like the fact that people don't fight, right? The few that I have encountered really liked me axe.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
I showed it to them. They had to go cross-eyed to see it fully, but I showed it to them. Other than that, no, unfortunately, you're the nicest Goliath that I've encountered.
Yeah, it makes sense. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. Also, they're generally really far up in the mountain, and generally speaking, don't really have a need to go up that far. Most of the stuff that I need is down on the flatlands.
I was gonna say not very many herbs up in the mountains.
Very true.
I find a mushroom or two, maybe.
True. Make some interesting potions. Not usually the kind that I really mass produce, but
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, given you're the first person that has been in the mountains that I've seen anyway, I thought I'd ask.
if you're worried about them, you can always send word, see if you could find them.
That's probably not the best idea. Not that they're hunting me or anything, but I don't think you want to hear from me.
Alright. Well then, yeah. Well, maybe an avalanche took them? He says with a very, full on, is that what you would want to hear type?
No, if it happens, it happens. But if not, wouldn't be mad.
It was fun hanging with you, Thobble.
Very fun hanging with you too.
And thank you for putting up with me and learning the crossbow better.
Always good to teach somebody else the crossbow.
I appreciate it.
I think there's a weaponsmith in town that has some bows. You can always try there.
Ooh.
Generally would be good. Mind you, it also probably would be a little bit more expensive. I've heard this town is decently expensive.
I feel like every town is expensive.
True, but you know, this place seems to be a little bit more expensive than normal.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest. Yeah, it's very busy. It's a tourist trap.
He's too busy.
Oh,
Indeed.
I have no interest in tourism.
All right.
It's the whole damn town.
So what would you guys like to do now? As you guys are eating and everything like that, chit-chatting, where are you guys going to be going?
What time in the day is it?
By now,
After
you're
we have-
looking
After we have had a few drinks with Thobble, I'm probably on the floor.
4 o'clock or so?
4 o'clock?
Probably
4
about 4 o'clock, yeah.
We should probably find a place to sleep for the night.
Oh,
I sure as hell ain't getting no
Should we
research
check out the
done.
Adventurers Guild?
Oh, that's right. There's places to sleep at the Adventurers Guild, right?
yeah, we'll probably go there first. If
Oh,
they don't have a place, then we'll find an inn or something.
to the Adventurers Guild, and I'm drunk.
To the Guild Adventurers.
Oh, the guild!
Fenrith will help you.
Rawin and Fenrith have to help.
Two giants to help me. I'm literally like, ooh, the guilds!
Guys, we should go to the guild, totally. Why are there 3 of you? I don't understand. Why is there 3 of you?
Technically 4, because you're so big.
No, you're so drunk you only partially see 2 people.
Oh, melting together, not
Should
good.
we just carry her?
All right, you guys
Should I
get back
just
to the
carry her
guild,
for us?
which you guys have to ask a few people, kind of like, you know, hey, where's the guild? And like, hey, over there. And then you guys are like, all right, cool. And as you guys get close and you guys see it, it looks like identical to the one in Voltour.
Oh, damn franchises.
It doesn't look nearly as out of place here as it does in Voltour, but it's still like copy paste. You guys walk in, easy enough to get rooms. They have a lot more rooms here because it's
I'm
a lot
literally
busier.
like piggybacking on Fenrith, like sleeping.
All
and
right.
he piggybacks me, so I could go.
Okay. Easy enough to get rooms. You guys can rest up. Technically speaking, you can remove your drunkenness, by the way, at any point in time.
That's true. I'll probably deal with the hangover tomorrow. I wouldn't think clearly to get rid of the drunkenness. I'm drunk. I'm not thinking right.
And you were getting drunk intentionally.
Oh, I've never been drunk.
I've never been crunk before.
Exactly.
You never been crunk before?
I don't think she's ever been drunk before. Not like
all right.
this.
Fenrith and Rawin, I need you guys to make Constitution saving throws for me, please.
All right. Oh,
Oh, that's not great.
You too.
that's not good.
Well, it's not a 1.
That
so it's
one
fine.
for a 7.
Oh, I didn't do
my
that one.
God.
I didn't do that. Con. So I have a 13.
I feel like I would be doing better than you guys.
Oh, yeah, you make a Constitution
Wow.
check too, Amaya.
Why am I not rolling?
Damn it. Hold on. I gotta get my d20s.
I didn't roll a 1, so
I don't have advantage on those yet.
Advantage against alcohol?
But against poison,
No, on
technically
con
speaking.
saves.
Oh wait, don't I have advantage against
No.
poisons from the amulet?
Yeah, technically speaking.
Oh well,
Yeah, you
that's
do.
only one more better. That's 14, but still
I got a natural 20, so 21.
nice.
How did the person that wanted to get drunk actually?
I don't understand.
not get.
Yeah, so instead of them carrying me, I'm carrying them. That's great.
No, I can walk on my own.
You're drunk. It's more
I'm
of the
drunk.
hangover the next day.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, man, that was a great sleep I had. Let's go. You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. As Fenris like in his room.
Oh no.
Along with fuck, who was it?
What a 14.
Yeah.
I feel like there might be a slightly damaged door between me on the way outside, at least my bedroom door, as I go outside to do it. Fresh air.
The other 3 compatriots are also. You guys are like, and my turn, bleh, and my turn, bleh, and my turn, bleh. Rowan, you're kind of like, oh god, why is it so bright here?
And I'm just happy, which is unheard of for me because I hate mornings. But I'm drinking my coffee, like looking at all of you with confusion.
Hey guys, you want to go back and see if
this?
Thobble's still there and have another round?
I'm the
Yeah.
hair of the dog that actually I'd probably ordering another drink because the hair of the dog that bit you.
Oh no.
Nice try. No. All right. I'll fix you guys. Hold on. It's
I'm still probably having a morning mead.
as you throw up, I doubt it.
It's probably not the first time Fenrir has done that in his life.
Which spell is it? That does
Isn't it restoration?
Is it restoration?
Yeah, because it's technically a stat. It removes status effects, which this technically would consider as. Hungover might fall under the poison status effect, or its own status effect. I think drunk is actually an official effect, is it not?
Poisoned. Okay, so it's a. You guys, the 2nd level. Fine.
Oof.
Nope, it's okay. You get one.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, and Mithria gets one. And then I go and I grab. Hold on. Where's my stuff? Because I have not used it. Oh.
If Severance is hungover, he can deal with it.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't care.
He earned it.
My staff is missing. Staff of healing. Okay, so you're healed, or you're unpoisoned, Warren, and D'Artagnan, and reluctantly the pyro.
Oh, thank you.
No.
Appreciate it.
You know what? As I look at that, I'm immune to poison.
Oh, then.
Wait, are you serious?
The period of poison is legit immunity to poison, and the poison has no effect.
Rowan, you were drinking last night?
Get
Because I'm going to get drunk. You wake up, it's like, fuck. Like, it was good, but
so
fuck.
The dwarves are probably looking at you like, how is he not drunk at all?
Nice.
How many kegs did he drink? Oh, he drank about 6 of them. What? How is he still standing? I have fucking no idea, honestly.
Okay.
It's like the scene in Lord of the Rings where Gimli and Legolas are drinking, and Legolas is like, I feel tingly, and Gimli's like passed out.
I feel tingly. I love it.
All right. So what's crap? It's 9:00. Do you guys have to go, or do you guys want to continue for a bit?
I have to go. I
Okay.
hear children closing doors loudly.
All right. So next week, then we will continue. So this week, plan out what you guys want to ask / research and stuff like that, and then send me the list so I can properly get the names and everything like that, and where you guys need to go. But I'm pretty sure it's Wizards Guild for the symbol.
No.
You're not going to go to the Wizards Guild?
No.
You could, but Thobble was giving you the options, like if you didn't want to risk it, there's those.
Yeah, I'm not risking it. I'm gonna go to the other guys first. I'm checking off everybody on my list.
And we're going to end it there, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you guys making it this far. And you guys that have, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, bells, follows, all that stuff that you got to do. Appreciate you guys making it this far. You're awesome if you have. And if you guys have, go comment down below your favorite color or emoji or dice or anything like that. Help the algorithm grow so other adventurers can find our game. When you guys are down there, go show some love to the other streamers in the group. Some of them stream sometimes, so their links are down below. And my links are there too, so if you want to follow me across all social media, I'm across it all, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Come to the Discord for shenanigans. Follow my art channel because I do paint stuff there, and some of the creatures I paint will be making an appearance in the game later on. But yeah, I will see you guys all later. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay awesome, because you guys are all awesome. Bye-bye.